last time we had all gathered here together, the Shield of Fate, Puck, Victor, Talon, and Harold had all banded together and journeyed from Smolemshire, a small fishing village, to a keep infested by bandits and especially a madman named Ordis. After slaying the madman and ridding his dungeon free of monsters, the party then came across a few important people in this madman's dungeon. They came across Ariel, who had been an experiment, a person that Ordis had turned into something more akin to a war machine. They also found a number of orc prisoners that Ordis had been working on, as well as a very pregnant, very late in the third trimester orc, and they were able to save her and bring her up to the Broken Keep, where Guzdan, the leader of an orcish war party that the party had befriended, has decided to lay down roots. After last night's ceremonies, Guzdan partied the night away along with the rest of the party, inviting them into their revelry as well as their system of remorse for remembering those who had fallen in the battle before. They had a raucous good time. Everybody had a lot of fun, I think, except Harold, who is allergic to fun. But I'm sure in time he'll figure it out.
He's not allergic. He's just awkward. There's
I
a
know.
difference.
He's just intolerant to fun.
I'm
He can
teasing.
have it, but it makes his tummy upset.
Fun retarded, you might say.
Just after they had all gone to bed to sleep, Puck was the first to wake up in the morning, greeted by the sunrise, and along with the sunrise, the sun itself, in the form of Apollo, the god that Puck worships to and receives his power from. After a somewhat tumultuous talk, Puck has been left feeling a little uncomfortable in his bed alone as this figure disappears from the scene. And that is where we start.
Puck is just going to throw his hand against the wall in a clenched fist and just feel kind of weak for a minute.
Puck, as you're feeling weak, only but a few moments after punching the wall, you hear a loud banging at the door. It seems someone's knocking at your door. Thump, 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 thump.
What is it?
I am, Puck. It's Guzdan. I was wondering if I could, just have a word with you. Really quickly, and now would be good.
Yes, okay, come in.
Oh, thank you.
And the door screeches open and he comes in, and you can see for an orc he's a little flustered. Like his cheeks are red and he's sweating. Like you've never seen him this nervous or worried even before the big battle you had. And he's looking at you like,
so Puck, I had a question for you. You said you did some healing.
Yes.
Well, it's not a big deal. It's not really that important. I understand if you have to be on your way this morning. But Galana is giving birth in the other room down the hall, and
Okay. Please bring me clean water and towels, preferably boiled for purity. I'll go head over right away.
Okay. Oh, I
I'm
was
just
gonna
go.
yeah, okay. So Puck, as you run down the hallway, you make it to the room where Galana is laying. The rest of you are all still resting up from pretty raucous night of partying. You know, you guys all went pretty hard, except Harold. But Harold stayed up late to clean, so you're all sleeping in pretty well.
My question is, how the fuck is Guzdan alive? If he
Right.
fucking passed
Yeah,
out,
we
fucking
dragged him up
carry
the
to
stairs.
his bed.
Just know
How
that
is he awake before Puck?
Guzdan parties like a madman. He also, works like a madman. He's immune to hangovers. That's one of his racial qualities. It's his racial trait, immune to hangover.
Really?
Oh.
Is that
Just
his
like-
racial
trauma.
trait?
Just
I
like
was gonna
me,
say,
baby.
Does Harold have that? I
Oh
guess
no.
we'll never know.
Yeah. So Puck, yes, as you run into the room that had been set aside for Galana, and you see she is currently like on the bed, and you can see where the water had broken, and there seems to be a little bit of blood in the what's it called? What's the actual term for womb water?
Placenta?
Placenta?
Is that
No,
anyway?
No, it's not
No,
placenta.
no.
in the womb water, there's like a little bit of a slickness to it. It's a little bloody. You're not too terribly concerned, mostly because you don't really have a super great grasp on orcish physiology, but it might give you some concern. But you do see Galana. She's laying there on the bed. She seems quite comfortable for a woman giving birth.
Hello, Galana. Gazdan sent for me. How are you doing?
Well, to be honest with you, Puck, my back's a little sore, but other than that, I'm doing all right.
Okay.
Oh,
I get. Puck is just gonna like kind of settle up next to her. Is this your first child?
Yes, it's my first time, and normally I don't think it's supposed to hurt this bad for orcs.
So Warren's understanding is not super as keen as probably Puck's understanding is on this sort of a thing. So, would you like me to make a medicine check or something such to
Yeah,
assess the
absolutely.
situation?
If you want to assess the situation, go ahead and give me a medicine check. Also, welcome chat to the grossest part of the entire show. And also the most beautiful, depending on where
Warren,
you're coming
you have a
from.
luck roll if this doesn't work out how you like it this time.
This is fair. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Alex.
Medicine is going to be a 22.
22. Okay. So Puck, I was incorrect. You have taken a lot of time to study and inspect pretty much all physiology. You know, you've read a lot of books on it. Maybe in the Demi-Human Village, you would have learned a little bit more about other kinds of physiologies. You do understand that Galana, for an orc, is very like her baby bump is huge. It is way bigger than it has any right to be. Like closing in on double the size of what you would imagine it to be for like a healthy orcish mother. You do notice that she seems to be doing well, but there are signs of like intense pain. Like you see every once in a while, she seems to like clench her eyes and grit down in her teeth really hard as though she's experiencing a sharp pain. You do understand that this doesn't seem normal. Whether or not you know exactly what's going on, it's a little fuzzy, right? It could be a lot of things right now.
Do I suspect it might be twins if it's that big?
It's a guess. You know, right now it's about as good as guess as any. But you wouldn't be sure until you did some more checking, until you got a little bit more physical. But you can't see from the outside. You can't tell.
Okay. Puck is, I guess, just going to be waiting for some of that, like, hopefully like a water basin and towels and things.
Yeah.
He's going to do his best to just kind of reassure her that, like, yes, like, it could be twins, so that might be part of your discomfort. Just keep breathing. You know, we'll get you through this together.
Okay. So while this is happening in that room, Victor and Talon, if I'm not mistaken, Victor, you ended up sleeping on the chair in Talon's room, right?
Yes, I'm passed out on some sort of lazy boy-esque chair.
Yeah. So you're in the medieval lazy boy. Talon's laying in the bed. You guys are both like the sunlight's breaking into the room. But as all of this is happening over with Puck, your door blasts wide open. Talon and Victor, there's no perception check, there's no nothing. You are wide awake. It sounds like something just exploded beside you.
I tried to stumble up and grab enlightenment and just fall on my face.
So it takes you guys a few seconds to orient yourself until eventually you look over at the door and you see Gazdan carrying like a big water basin and a bunch of blankets and like he's like just dripping in sweat, and you see true mortal terror on his eyes, and he just goes,
We're having a baby! We're having a baby!
and just tears
Fuck out.
off. He tears off in the direction of Galana's room. Harold, you get very much the same. You get very much the same wake-up treatment. The door blasts open. This time, Gazdan doesn't even give you time to focus in on him. You just hear him running, going,
We're having a baby! We're having a baby!
Harold is just because Harold was up reading, because
okay.
you know he's fine. So that happens, and he's just gonna like, close his book, and just kind of panic for a second.
It's common in orcs.
Go to this?
I mean, Gaston makes it seem like we should, but my head is fucking pounding.
Do not want to witness that.
I don't know if my stomach can take it right now. Actually, I might throw up.
I'm going to just get up and close the door. Are there blinds on the window?
There are wooden slats that you can
I just
like
pull
yeah.
the curtains.
Thank you.
And just kind of clamber back into my chair and curl up.
Shaking a little bit, no blankets.
Puck's got it. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, I'm sweating for some reason, so I'd like to keep lying down.
I
You'll
normally
be
sweat a
fine,
lot,
I'm
and I'm
sure.
not sweating at all. So, something is wrong.
This is very concerning.
Yeah.
Okay.
gonna-
Well, you two clamber back into bed. Harold, you just panic for a little while.
I am not in that bed. Do not.
No, yes, no, no, separate sleeping arrangements. Very separate by like a whole 6 feet.
Yeah. I just kind of like put my book down, and then like kind of like stumble my way towards Galana's room,
Okay.
whispering a silent prayer to myself that Gazdan didn't just wake me up expecting me to know how to deliver a baby.
He's read a lot of books. He can do it.
So, Harold, as you make your way towards Galana's room, Puck, you're in there. You're trying to comfort Galana. You know, you're chatting with her as Gazdan barrels in like warm towels, cold towels, 2 different basins of water, and he just stands there before you and he goes,
All right, and what next? What do I do? Tell me, please. What do I need to do?
First, you have to be calm, if possible. Can you please set those down over there?
Okay.
drops the stuff off.
Do we have like any extra pillows or blankets? She was mentioning her back hurt. I wanted to make sure that she's like properly supported.
Oh yeah, you can definitely find like some extra blankets in the room, some linens in the closet that you can like tuck under her lower back, middle back.
Okay. Now I know I heard from Gazdan that normally orc apprentices they just kind of like drop out, sort of a thing. Would it be best to perhaps have a water berth in this situation?
Asking Warren to Lane with that medicine roll? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. So the water basins, what are those like? Is it
Okay, so the one that Gazdan brought in is one that's about like yay big. It's about 2.5 feet wide, and the other one is more akin to like a deep dish.
Okay. I think wide is going to be better for us. We don't want it too full. Okay. So I'm going to advise that fill like one of the basins isn't already the shallower one. Put like the clean warm water in that one, and then we will move Galana if possible to there.
Yeah, okay. Easy enough. Gazdan listens to your orders as if you're a sergeant in the military. Very, very, like, the second you spit it out of your mouth, he gets it done, and he stands there waiting, like, pretty much at attention for what you're going to say next.
Okay, it's ready. Do you want me help to move her into the water, or do you want to do that? I just don't want to. You tell me, boss.
For now, let's just check in with Galana. How far apart are your contractions?
I'm sorry. What?
Your contractions, the like cramping feeling.
Oh, every 30 seconds or less at this point, honestly.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to continue to talk her through getting ready for the birth. I'm not sure what else I can do.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of lay out what's about to happen to her. You know, you'll be fine. It'll be all right. All of that stuff. And eventually you move her over into one of the more the shallower of the two basins that Gazdan brought in. And as you sink her down a little bit into the water, you notice that she starts bleeding profusely. Like a lot. Like way more than is normal. And on top of that, as you like sink her down into the water, she looks at you and she goes,
So honestly, I've been stabbed in the chest before and it hasn't hurt this much. I think something might be wrong.
I am going to check to see if there's like any crowning or what's happening there.
The second you take a peek down there, yeah. It's crowning and it's kind of freaking you out because this is a big baby. Like this is a big baby.
Am I thinking that we need to do
this is like a 2-year-old?
Am I thinking we need to like do a C-section?
At this point, unless surgery happens, it's going to do horrible damage to her body.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm going to... Oh, God. Okay, this is... Okay, I'm going to turn to Gazdan and say, I guess, like, I need a hot knife.
Okay.
And, like, you see his face, like, goes a very pale shade of green. You know, if an orc could go white in the face, he is. And he walks out of the room quickly, but you can even see, like, he is very shaken. Like, but this is by far the most uncomfortable, terrified you've ever seen him. It doesn't take long, but he comes back in about 2 minutes with a short sword that is piping hot.
Okay.
Like glowing red in his hands as he passes it over to you. And, like, just a blank stare. There's not even fear on his face anymore. He's just gone blank.
Okay. Warren did not do a whole heck of a lot of research for this, so I'm just kind of giving my best guess, but if I'm doing something that Puck would absolutely not do, Puck would adjust.
Yeah. What's the plan? No, what's the plan? You tell me.
God, I'm not even sure if Puck has ever done a C-section before, per se. I mean, he probably would know of it, but I don't know if he's physically done one himself.
Hey, man, Warren hasn't done a C-section. Lane hasn't done a C-section. Let's get nuts.
Cool,
Lads,
great.
We got magic. This ain't that bad.
Okay. I am going to basically ask Gazdan to grab something for sorry, I'm forgetting her name.
Galana.
Galana to bite down on because this
literally
is probably going to sting.
Grabs the bed frame and snaps it with his bare hand and offers it to you.
Okay. Okay, Galana. This child is very large. It's coming soon. I'm going to do my best to help you through this, but there's going to be some pain. I'm going to need you to bite down on this just for your own sake. And I kind of like hand her that.
She nods, no words, grabs it with her free hand. The other one's like clenched by her side in pain. She bites down on it, and you can see as the tusks like bear through, immediately snaps through this piece of wooden bed rest. Gazdan instinctively grabs his hatchet and just puts it in her mouth, where she starts to bite down on the handle of the hatchet. And again, there's big orc tusks. This thing's not making it through this, but it'll probably hold.
So I'm going to attempt to do a C-section.
Okay.
Oh God.
Okay. Go ahead, roll me a medicine check.
Okay. This is. Is there? Do I have any spells that help with C-sections?
Probably not. Doubt it, but you know.
Just guidance.
You got cure wounds if things get nasty. So.
Oh God. All right.
Yes.
We're gonna use luck on that.
Okay.
You're gonna use your luck point. Okay. Puck is using his luck point. Let it be known.
Come on.
Oh, good. Those are double ones.
Oh,
You rolled 2 1s?
Chat. Would you like to do something here? Chat, would someone like to?
Someone, please.
Chat, would somebody like to?
Ones.
Chat, would somebody like to?
No.
Would
somebody like
the luck
to
die?
Help a brother out?
We could maybe. There we
Hey,
go. Thank
look
you,
at that!
Mr.
Look at that! One more roll. Do it. Roll it.
Oh
Look.
God.
Please roll again.
I'm not a
You
monster.
roll a
Please roll
third
another
one.
one.
Anything.
Game's over.
Yeah. Look.
That's triple ones.
What's
Yeah.
the total? What's the total?
You have to destroy that dice.
I rolled 2 different dice, by the way.
What
I'm just
is?
gonna roll this for fun at this point.
What is?
Yeah, all right. That wasn't a 1. That's fun. What are the odds?
What is the total?
That
Puck, what is the total?
The total
Yes.
with a nat 1, but a medicine check, it is 9.
You take the blade. You've never done a C-section before, especially not on an orc. This is not your realm of expertise. You place the tip of the sword higher than you should. If anyone has seen how a C-section works, this sword is a lot higher than it should be, closer to the belly button, maybe even a little bit above the belly button. As you draw the blade down, you realize that you're cutting into a lot of sensitive space in Galana's stomach. Like you're cutting open a lot of stuff. You can see intestines, you can see the colon. If you look a little hard enough, you did go pretty up high. You see the liver. You're pretty sure it's a liver. But you do eventually make it down to the womb, and you cut an incision, and it's bloody and messy and disgusting. And you can see Gazdan has started retching at this point. He's watching, and he is just retching to himself, trying to be as strong as he can, but he cannot watch. Eventually, you are able to find the baby, and pull it out. And again, this baby probably weighs 45 pounds. It's
immediately.
huge. It is massive as you pull it out of her, and it cries, but it's like a deep sounding cry. It's like
I'm immediately gonna cast Cure Wounds as soon as the baby is out on
Okay.
her.
Yeah, go ahead and roll Cure Wounds.
And if she's like
would like
not
to point out
responsive
that is-
if she's not responsive, like I probably also would just like throw in a Spare the Dying because of how badly I fucked that up. Okay, let's see here. Cure Wounds.
that is a 1 in 8,000 chance that you rolled 3 nat 1s in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Okay.
Puck.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 13 points of healing.
As you now hold the baby, which is like a toddler, like it's like a small child, like it's freaking half your size, dude. As you hold it, and it's covered in blood and fluid, you reach down and you see Galana is completely unconscious at this point. You go ahead, Spare the Dying and Cure Wounds. They're going to do the exact same thing here, right? As you put your hand over the wound, it does start to heal, and it heals slowly and surely all the way down until she's reattached. There's a massive scar that goes this scar is roughly like 10 to 12 inches long. It's disgusting, but it is sealed. and you do see a pulse. Because of
Sorry,
your quick
what?
thinking, you do see a pulse as you do see movement slightly, but she is completely unconscious, has lost a ton of blood, but is not dead. But she has not regained consciousness as you hold this baby.
Okay. I will check the baby over, and if there's nothing immediately alarming beyond the size, I'll start to like clean and you know.
Go ahead and
wrap the baby in a towel.
Give me a baby investigation check.
Not medicine, investigation.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Great. Investigation. Oh boy. Well, it's not a 1. That's a 7.
Looks like a baby. Looks good. I don't know. It's a baby, dude. Looks fine.
I
love shitty investigation checks. It looks like a baby.
Okay. I mean,
Does
from
it?
other births
Looks
that
like a
I've been
toddler.
a part of, is there like anything with the way the baby's behaving that's like unusual beyond like, I mean, they're crying, that's normal.
It is very attentive. Like, it is holding eye contact with you. It is holding on to you as you hold it. It is very much like more intelligent than a newborn should be. It seems to be more active than you would expect a newborn to be. But other than that, it's healthy. It seems fine.
Okay. I'm gonna look over at Gazdan and see how he's doing.
So Harold, you have made it in, like you've made it to the entrance to watch as Puck is dissecting Galana.
Yeah. Probably at that site, Harold would have like passed out in the doorway.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, Harold passed out in the hallway. Gazdan has officially started to puke. He's now puking on the floor, like just on the floor beside the bed. Before eventually he stands up and looks at you, Puck, and he just goes,
I'll get him cleaned up if you want to. Just take care of her.
Yes, for the time being, can we just get her some cool rags to help ease her, and I'm going to, I guess, turn back to the child, and I'm just kind of like, I guess, so they're not, is the child not crying? Okay, the child's crying, but also just like staring at me. Okay.
When you look at it, it makes eye contact with you. Otherwise, its head's in the clouds.
Okay, I guess I'll just do like some kind of like gentle rocking as I'm kind of like wrapping and cleaning, and
Okay.
then I will, unless something else like immediate grabs my attention, just grab a chair and sit and wait for kind of Galana to come to.
Okay. So yeah, you get the baby wrapped up and cleaned up, and Gazdan gets Galana back into the bed, tears off the bloody sheets, and just kind of lays her there on the mattress itself. Runs out, gets some wet towels, places them over her face. He does take the baby from you. Like he wants to take that baby from you, and he does it. And he just kind of rocks it gently, seeing how you rocked it, and stands there beside the bed with you, waiting for Galana to wake up.
I'm also going to clean up his vomit.
Yeah, okay. You clean up some of the vomit, you clean up some of the blood. It doesn't take too long. It didn't get everywhere. A lot of the blood went into the basin or on the sheets. The vomit is pretty easy to clean up. It's pretty chunky. It seems to be it's a lot of like chips, you know? He must have been eating something. last night. Some kind of snack food last night. Not chips, clearly, but some kind of corn, for sure. Some corn nuts.
Thank you for those details.
But yeah, eventually
I start to grill Guzdan about his eating habits as we wait for it.
I was drunk. What do you want from me?
But yes, eventually, as you lay there, or as you sit there, Harold, you do come to a few minutes later.
Oh yeah, Harold's fucking passed out in the hallway. I guess I'd go check on Harold.
As you're walking over, Harold, you start coming to. Well, Talon and Victor sleep away their hangover.
Harold?
What happened?
Are you okay?
I think so. I hit my head. What happened?
I'm not sure. We were helping to deliver a baby, and then I found you passed out in the hall.
I remember walking to the doorway, seeing you dissecting her, and then it goes black.
Yes. Well, that's over now. They're both all right. Did you want to see Galana's baby?
Yes and no.
Puck and Harold. I didn't see you there. I think she's waking up. I think she's coming to.
Puck's
Get
gonna
over
go
here.
to her
He's
bedside.
like he hurries you as he holds the baby. Both of you as he waves you over. But yeah, you do see Galana slowly starts to open her eyes, and she looks very pale, like incredibly pale, not well at all. But she does come to.
Galana, how are you feeling? That was still touch and go there for a while.
I don't feel great. It kind of feels like my my third adventure when I was young. I actually lost a lung.
So did you say she's lost a lung?
She lost a lung. It sounds like she's saying that she lost a lung during one of her adventures.
Well, then just try and take some calming breaths. Your child is here with us. Would you like to see?
Yes, I'd like to see him.
Kind of like turn to Guzdan.
Oh, right. Okay, he's really big, so just make sure you don't drop him, because he's still a baby. Here you go.
And he slowly holds the head, even though this baby can hold up its own head. Any orc baby can hold up its own head. They have to be able to. But as he very slowly and gingerly places this baby in Galana's arms, you can see this smile breaks through that fog of, well, A, near death, and B, post-birth. And she's just radiating like a glowing light with how happy she is. And she looks up at you, Puck, and she looks up at Guzdan and Harold. She peeks back past both of them and looks at you, and she goes,
He looks just like my husband. Thank you.
There's no need to thank me. Can we let's get you some water and something light to eat.
Very well. I do think I might need to take a nap.
Of course. Well, I'll turn to Guzdan and just say, just let me know if anything changes, but she should be out of the woods.
Alright. Sounds good.
Come on, Harold. Let's leave them to bask in their moment.
Right. That entire time, Harold was just like dead-eyed, just like staring, essentially like staring down this baby, like
This baby, the stink guy.
He knows exactly what this child is, and he is afraid of what it could do. And if that baby is like, if that baby gives Harold the stare down back, it's just like the staring contest of the fucking century.
The baby, now that it has been passed over to its mother, has slowed down in its crying. It still cries a little bit, but seems to be entranced by its mother as she holds him, like just completely enraptured.
Right. Okay. And I'll follow Puck out.
Okay. So this has probably been about, like, this has been a process. This didn't happen instantly. So it's probably been about an hour and a half while you guys have been in there, between the surgery and the waiting and the passing out and the other passing out and all the good stuff.
Puck.
I think Puck will probably like walk with Harold like a little ways down the hallway, maybe around a corner, before Puck just kind of like collapses against the wall.
Are you okay? Do we need to get you a doctor?
No, I'm okay. I just I've never had to do a C-section before, and that was not good on my part.
Is that what you were doing?
Yes, if the baby had come out naturally because of its size, it could have maybe it could have been worse. I'm not sure, but I'm just glad.
Right.
I'm just glad they're both okay.
Yeah. I mean that's good. They're both still kicking.
I'm sorry. What did you what were you asking me?
I mean, you kind of told me that that it was just big, and that caused that complication. There wasn't anything else you noticed about it?
In the moment, no. I was distracted. But on cursory glance, he seemed fine. Much larger than I would have expected. I'm not exactly sure how large the average orc baby is, but I'm guessing not that big, and very alert for someone just born.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's get you and some water. And I'll just like take him somewhere quiet where he can sit and get him a glass of water.
Yeah. As you take Puck away, you sit him down in like the main floor. It's a little bit cooler down there. It's nearish to where the cellar was, but it's probably the calmest and quietest place in the keep right now. You do hear, as you guys make your way down to the main floor, like a ton of hustle and bustle out in the tent town proper. It sounds like you can hear people shouting, different things at each other. It's a bit unintelligible, but it sounds like busy people. That's the gist. You get like, oh, these people are very busy today. Victor and Talon, you eventually rouse naturally from your slumber. In the dark, still a little hazy, but you come to pretty naturally.
All right, I think we've slumbered enough. and I'll just like a band-aid, just rip the curtains open.
Oh, Victor, my eyes.
I thought that would be wise to, like it would just wake us. It was worse. I shouldn't have done that.
It was really, really bad. Yeah. Right. Maybe we should. Baby might be born by now. Should we just check in?
I suppose so. Doesn't that take a long time normally?
Dawn was in a rush, so who knows? I mean,
There's
I don't know how
only
old
one way to
pregnancy
find
works.
out.
Let's go see. Oh, my head is still pounding.
All right. Yeah, and I guess we'll go up to where we know Goala is. Just assuming the birth is still happening.
Yeah, so you guys head in to see Guzdan on his knees at Galana's side, just basically like brushing the hair off her face and talking with her while she holds this very long, very large infant in her arms. It's still wrapped up in a little swaddle, and she's holding it and rocking it, but you also see immediately the basin that hasn't been taken out yet is just full of bloody water, and you do see she looks very weak. That's what you see upon entering.
Before we head in, I'm just gonna nudge Victor and be like, "Looks like a really big baby."
Well, they're big people.
I suppose.
Just I'll just do a light knock on the door and peel it open.
You as you peel the door open, you can see Galana is pretty well half asleep already, just staring at her baby. And Guzdan looks up, and you can see something you've never seen before. Tears have actually started streaming down Guzdan's face, and he smiles at you as you open the door. And he goes,
Come in, just be quiet. Come in.
All right.
I assume everything went well then.
Thank the gods we had Puck. That's all I'll say.
Yes.
Oh,
The gods should be thankful that they have Puck.
I agree. I don't think she's given him a name yet, and she did lose a lot of blood in the birth, so I'm not sure if she's up to making any decisions, but look at him, he's handsome. He's big. He's really big, but he's handsome.
A regular Guzdan Jr., wouldn't you say?
Don't. You too no.
Very well. Yes, it's a large child. Are they always this big?
No, I'd say he's big. He's probably 3 times the size of a normal orc baby. He's big. He's thick too. Look, his little biceps. He's got little biceps. Look, he's got little biceps.
We did find writings that lead us to believe he might be modified to be sort of like a super orc, I think.
Why don't you just forget you ever heard that?
I'm not challenging the babe or anything. I'm sure he will be raised to be a good person, and
yes, he will be.
Will be a boon.
I wouldn't bring that up around anyone else if I were you. It'd just be the smart thing to do, Victor.
Make sure.
Boss.
I'm looking forward to coming back and visiting
Sorry,
as the baby grows.
Good. I didn't mean to be so severe. I worry. That's all.
Understand.
It's been a big day for you.
Yeah, it has been. Speaking of big days for people, you'll probably want to go check on Puck. Well, he looked almost as white as we did. No, not white, we're green, but... Oh, no, I don't know
He typically
how it
looks
works.
about as white as
No,
most.
I'm saying he looks pale. He doesn't look very good. He seems unwell. Just go check on him.
You should-
We'll take a look.
Yes, we'll go find him.
To rest.
And we will be sure to notify you before we leave, but we do intend to leave today.
Please do. I would like to speak with you again before you go. I'm sure Galana would as well.
All right.
When she's feeling better.
It's there wasn't like I wouldn't say we made a mess of the room we stayed in tonight, but maybe like let it air out for a day before you go in there.
I mean, I
Definitely
broke the door.
smells.
I broke the door by accident, so it is what
Oh,
it
I
is.
put it back up.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Yes. Oh, all right. I will leave you.
Yes,
We should
take
go
care.
find Puck.
We'll see you shortly,
I
I'm
want to
sure.
make sure he's.
Harold is Harold with Puck? Or should
Oh,
we-
yeah. Harold, well, he fainted too. It's been a long day.
We made the right call not coming here.
I agree.
Okay, so
Very well. Let us find Puck.
with Talon's keen hunting and tracking abilities, you guys are able to very quickly find
Go downstairs.
Puck and Harold sitting in a reading room, just kind of sitting there in the chill, like in the chilly stone room. It's a lot cooler down here than it is upstairs. Seems like they're definitely heating the place now. Things are taking off as you guys also come to hear the hustle and bustle of the outside town. The snow still hasn't started falling as you walk past some windows, and it seems like people are working really hard. But you do find them.
Harold is just like scouring through Ortiz's notebook, trying to find any information he can about what this orc was supposed to be once it was born, what modifications might have been made. He's just like kind of frantically flipping through, trying to figure this out.
Okay, cool. So yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say Puck is while Harold is doing that, Puck is wiping like blood off of his hands with a rag. And he's like calmed down some, but he's just kind of like looking at his hands and perhaps like frowning slightly.
So this is the scene you enter in on, Talon and Victor. Harold, while you are doing some research, I will let you know what you find. Very quickly, once you really know what you're looking for exactly, you find there's mention of this child in Ordice's journal, that he had done something chemically to Galana to stop the birth, that he actually came upon Galana while she was already pregnant, and because the genetic line from both the mother and father's side was so good, he didn't want to have to get another. So he very much stopped the birth and continued to augment the child's likelihood of being physically superior with some sort of concoction. Like it lists dozens of chemicals and reagents that you've never even you've never heard about some of these. A lot of them you have, but yeah, some of them are so foreign to you, you don't even know what they might be. But it seems like it does say in the journal that Ordice was able to stop the birth for another 6 to 8 months past when the baby should have been born, and he was feeling very confident about the strength of the baby.
Okay.
That was quite the specimen you pulled out of that woman, Puck.
Oh,
Hi.
morning.
How are you doing?
There's
White as a sheet.
a little touch and go. There was a lot of people fainting and vomiting around me, but I think we got there in the end.
So about
It's
par
got to
for
be
the course.
disorienting.
Puck just kind of stands up and he looks at the two of you. I want you to train me.
Fine.
And what?
I've seen how good both of you are in using your hands, your arms. You're good at climbing. You're good at wrestling. It's just something that I lack, and I need to get stronger.
You're looking for physical strength.
Well, some at least.
Very well.
Sure,
I think
can
we
help.
could do something about that.
this mean I get to wrestle Puck next?
Well, let's not start with the champion. He should work his way up to you.
You're right. He should fight you first, since you've lost twice to me.
I was thinking about perhaps. All right.
Sorry, I can't help it. You're just. I would assume you would have beat me both times, and fun to pick on a little bit.
I don't know about you, Talon, but when I make a deal, I always like to get something in return.
All right.
So I would ask you this, Puck. Train me in medicine.
Oh.
I don't want to be the one to be cleaning up your scraps, and if there's something I can do to save you in your time of need, I'd like to be able to do it.
Me too, please.
Well, I don't have any books for you guys to read, but I can do my best.
I found many of the books I read to be useless. But I know you have the knowledge to teach me. I've seen you do what you do.
Well then, I guess we have a deal. Puck kind of like reaches out his hand.
I will shake his hand.
Alan is going to put her hand up. 5.
All right. High five.
I'm so excited.
Good. Harold, how's it going over there with the book?
I think I figured out what Ordis did. Now that I actually know what I was supposed to be looking for, I think I found the part of the notebook that describes what he did to Galana and the baby.
Do you think it's dangerous? Do you think we should be worried?
Well, from what I can figure out, it's a normal baby. Just it was I guess kept inside her for 6 to 8 months past her due date, and he seemed to just pump both Galana and the child with a bunch of weird chemicals to make it the strongest it could possibly be. But it is, from what I can tell, supposed to be just a normal baby, just past its due date by a lot.
Well, I don't know about you, but I would consider that excellent news.
If there's no evidence of him doing any weird brain stuff, that probably bodes well.
If it's just an amazing physical specimen, then Galana and Gazdan will raise it to be as good as they are, and it will be a monster killing machine, but it won't be evil.
It won't be a monster.
Yes, only to the monsters, I suppose.
Yeah.
Need more of those in the world.
Oh, good.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's, I'll admit, a load off my mind.
Yes. Now that is, I'm glad we did not leave before everything shook out this morning.
Yeah. Speaking of leaving, when are we doing that exactly?
Okay, I think.
Well, I suppose this is the conversation to have, isn't it? Yeah.
As you're talking, you hear thump, 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 thump. as you can hear someone running down the stairs quite loudly. And very quickly, you notice a familiar head pokes out behind the side of the wall in the room you guys are sitting in. You're leaving? And Ariel's standing there with a very sad look on her face. And it sounds like she ran from upstairs all the way down here.
I tend to
she
forget
didn't
that
swan
Ariel
dive
can
out the
hear
window again?
everything.
I'll go over to Ariel and I'll just like hug her. Like, I'm so sorry. We do have some other stuff to do, but I live really close by and I promise I'll be back.
Okay, well, I mean, Sarifa did say that she was going to hang out with me and show me the ropes. So I think that's good.
Very good. Very good.
Yes, we do have to find Talon's mother, who is missing.
Oh no.
That's been weighing on me quite a bit, actually.
Oh no. Well, you should definitely find your mom if you like her.
She is good. As far as
That's
moms
good.
go, I think. I'm sure she'd really like you, actually. Well, I'll have to introduce you after I bring her home.
I'm very excited.
There is also... We must return to Smellemshire at some point.
Check in with Toby, yeah.
I mean,
And there is... Go ahead, Puck.
I suppose we can do both at the same time. I mean, that was the last place we had a lead, so we might as well head back there first.
I would put into the air that perhaps we should at least spend a little time in your house, Talon.
We can definitely go there. Maybe we
There
can,
could be clues.
we could spend the night, maybe? Take some time, rest up on the way back to Smellemshire.
While this conversation is happening, Harold, you feel as Ariel has now like pressed her hand up onto your shoulder and is like moved her hand cupped up towards your ear, and she goes, "What's a Toby?"
Toby is the guard captain in Smellemshire. He's a human.
Okay, thank you.
There is also the possibility of going with the Greenbow trio to the Elven village. They know things about your father, Puck.
Yes, but I feel like this is more pressing. Family comes first, and Talon's is in greater need than mine.
Sure,
Fair
Pac.
enough.
I'd understand if you wanted to go look for your father.
No, that's all right.
Thanks.
All right. Well then, yes, I think going to Talon's house would be a good idea. We could go on the way to Smellemshire. I know it's a few days' journey there, so just be a stop on the way.
Right, it was 2 days for us to get from Smellemshire to Broken Keep, right?
Yeah, it's about a 2.5 days, 2 days march, depending on how long you guys march each day.
Yeah.
It might be wise to perhaps bring a Fuckle or someone of the like from Broken Keep to establish a connection at Smellemshire as well.
Be wise, yeah.
I know that there, if you remember, Garen was not keen on the orcs, and I think if they were to just show up with wares to sell, they might not be given what they deserve.
If we introduce them, I'm sure it would go over much better. And
Yes.
who
Well,
knows,
with the
maybe.
With the support of Toby, we would be...
Oh, yeah. And I also, maybe we could even suggest to Toby if they can come to, an understanding between the two, that perhaps the orcs can help train the people to defend their own village. We would be able to purchase weapons and be better protected from anything else in the future.
Maybe, I know Gazdan said he wanted to talk to us before we left. We can run it by him if there's someone he wants to send. Maybe that person
Yeah.
can take some of the funds we gave and we can escort them there at least.
Yes, I would leave it to Guzdan for sure. So that is the plan then. We make our way slowly to Shishaya, stopping on the way the House of Talon.
Ariel,
Oh, yeah, yes.
I'm sure we'll get a chance to speak a little bit before we leave, but just in case, we will come back to visit. So I'm sure I can't wait to hear what what happens here once we get back, what you've learned. Please be sure to look after Death and Slaughter while we're all away.
Oh, yeah, I will. I'll make sure that they're fed and they're happy and that they are getting lots of pets. I actually left them upstairs with Sarifa, and I should go back to them. But thank you guys so much, and I'll see you soon. And can I hug everybody? I promise I won't
Sure.
eat you. Okay. Well,
I do
Puck-
I do like the one pat.
you do the
That's it.
pat away. It's like, all right, good job, kid. Ariel gives you a hug, Puck, and you, Talon. Victor gives her the one pat off, and then she goes up to Harold for a hug.
Harold just kind of like Harold just like freezes and lets her hug him, but like just is stiff as a board.
Okay, yeah, she comes
When
up
I,
and
when she
oh yeah,
when she would have hugged me, I would have kissed her forehead.
okay, they were a cute little forehead kiss.
I was like,
and
be good.
I guess in her and Puck's hug, Puck would have said, "Be sure to listen to Sarifa when we're away. She's a good teacher and she can show you a lot."
Okay, sounds good. And yeah, so she gets good hugs from everybody. She runs up to Harold and just kind of like blasts into you, Harold, and like wraps her arms around you. Not enough to hurt, but you kind of have that remembrance of, oh my god, she's like a killer. Like she's so strong. As she wraps her arms around you, and then she looks at you and she gives you a big smile. And she gives you this big smile, but she still has that part in the middle of her like chin and lip area. So as it smiles, you still see like the jagged jaw of teeth behind the lips. It's a little unsettling. Before she runs off, and as she does, she kind of pats everyone on the shoulder and darts back up the stairs towards Sarifa.
Harold, you alright?
Yep, fine.
He doesn't like to be touched.
Point.
Well, let us
Should probably head out if we want to make good time.
we should
Maybe
gather
go
our
chicken.
things.
Yeah.
Go speak to Guzdan.
Okay, you guys are gonna gather your things, then go speak with Gazdan.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. You managed to get packed up. You're kind of like battle ready. You've got all your tents and your cloaks packed up into your knapsacks. Bedrolls tied to the bottom. Who's wearing the bear hat?
Me. Probably,
Duh.
because it was given to me.
I know you guys have
I
switched the
would've-
hat
I
around a
would've
lot.
asked-
That's all.
I would have asked around to see if anyone had like a large backpack or like a large bag that I could stick these 14 books in.
Yeah, you are met with a burlap sack. Pretty much is like what they got for you. They're like, yeah, you need a bag here.
Puck, while
Uh,
packing up his things.
I would have
Sorry, go on.
I would have just like grabbed like a few random like bits of fabric and cloth and things and like individually wrapped each book
Oh my
before
god.
like carefully setting them in the bag. so that
Harold's
they
moving
don't
into a
get
new
too
apartment.
Banged up.
Good, I like that. Puck?
While Puck is packing his things, he'd pack up the 3 Necromancer books again and kind of like tuck those away. But he would also remember that he has this mysterious chime that he still doesn't know what it does.
Mm.
And so, as they're getting ready to leave, he'd probably bring that over to Harold.
I
Harold,
also have the helmet. This was something I wanted to deal with as well.
I know a very long time ago, it feels like you mentioned that you could help us kind of know more about some of the items we found. I just remembered I still have this chime that I'm not sure what it does.
Right. Do you? I will preface. I can only do that a very limited amount of times in a day. Do you want me to do it now before we leave, or tonight, so that in case we run into anything, I still have a bit of magic?
I mean, I guess it depends. The chimes could be useful in case you run into something. It could not be. I don't know.
I mean, I can do it now if you want.
If you don't mind.
Yeah. Give it here for a second.
Hand him the chimes.
I'll sit back down at like a table or something like that, and just like set it in front of me. Pull out my notebook. Flip to the identify spell, and just kind of wave my hands over it a few times, mutter the few arcane words, and my eyes flash white as I cast identify on the chimes.
Okay. So as you look at the chimes, you watch them, and you cast Identify, you can almost see the magical essence that comes off of these chimes. And you are able to tell that these chimes, you must break them upon the surface, but once one of these glass chimes are broken upon a surface, no matter if it is a magical lock, a physical lock, or any other kind of barring device, these magical chimes will open the way. But they must be broken on the surface of the item. There are 6 chimes. There are 6 chimes like tied together.
Cool. Right. So, you have 6 uses of this. 1 per chime, as you have to kind of break it to use it. So what you do is you take a chime and you smash it over anything that's locked, magically or otherwise, and it will open it.
Oh. Well, I'm sure that'll come in handy at some point.
I would assume so.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Take the chimes back and tuck them away.
All right. Anything else you guys would like to get done before you go chat with Gazdan?
I see them doing this and go, "Oh, Harold, I remembered. I have this helmet and also these 6 potions, and I don't know what any of them do."
Right. I will give the same speech I just gave to Puck. Do you want me to do that now? Because I can only do it, I think, 2 more times today. Or would you rather me do it tonight, so that just in case we run into anything on our journeys, I still have a little bit of magic left?
I think you're quite capable without your magic, so this would be as good a time as any.
You're the first person to ever tell me that. Right. What do you want done first?
The helmet. Let us see what it does.
Right. Give it here.
And I'm just gonna, out of game, ask Thomas, can you not ritual cast this spell?
Nope. Eldritch Knights do not get the ability to ritual cast spells.
You have to take it as a
physically
fucking
cast it.
sucks.
You have to take it as a feat if you want Ritual Caster.
Yep.
So you are
Then
going to
I want the
cast.
helmet.
You are going to cast Identify on the helmet, yeah?
Correct.
Okay.
Same sort of process. In front of me, wave hands, eyes flash white.
cool, glowy eyes. And as you look down at this helmet, hold on. I just want to make sure that I wrote the right spell down. Yes. Okay. Good. I almost called it a different name. That's why we got to check. So as you check it out, you get a strong divination vibe from this leather cap. And as you take some time to process the information in your mind, you come to the understanding that this cap allows you once per day to cast Detect Thoughts as a bonus action. It does require attunement.
To it?
It does require attunement.
Okay. So, this helmet, I will say you do have to spend some time getting used to it. It may seem a little big or a little small right now, but over time it'll fit perfectly to your head. But once that's done, once per day, you can look at someone and know what they're thinking for a limited amount of time.
Well, that is devious.
Yeah.
Would you like it?
What?
Victor's gonna put it over his hair.
Well, one,
chance.
I'm not going to wear a cap. Two, I feel of the four of us, I think you would gain the most from knowing what people are thinking. I think you struggle to read people the most.
You're not wrong.
So, if you're
I mean-
ever wondering if someone secretly hates you, you can find out.
I'm going to be honest, that's probably most people, but
It's not. I think you'd be surprised, and that is why I want you to start using it.
Okay. Thanks for that. And I'll take off the bear hat, put on the helmet, and attempt to put the bear hat back over top.
The bear hat is pretty big. Like, it even sits loose on you. You can, if you squash it, you can get the bear hat over top of this leather cap, but it doesn't look as good. That's the only downside.
I mean, unless someone else wants the bear hat.
I mean, not really for me. Do you
But-
want the bear hat?
I can hold on to it for a while.
I mean,
If
oh, you know who might like it? Ariel. Yeah?
I don't. If we give it to Ariel, we won't get it back, though, and I do want to return it.
it is
And it
borrowed.
probably wouldn't.
It's
fit.
borrowed.
Mama
Right.
Dorothy gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Right,
we-
okay.
I do not want.
Okay.
We either have to slay another bear so that Dorothy can make another hat, or return this one.
So you make a good point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Puck, I will give this then to you to hold for safekeepings.
Okay.
Right. I have the ability to do that one more time. Now or tonight or forever hold your potions.
Do you think that maybe we should let him have his magic during the day just in case
Sure.
anything happens?
If we get through the day and no magic needs to be cast, you can pick one of these 6 potions and tell me what they do.
Alright.
All right, let's go fight. Is Gaston still upstairs?
You can go check.
We'll go find out.
All right. So the
for
four
the time being,
Yep.
Puck just has the bear hat like tucked under his arm, like a Spartan helmet or something.
my bear hat. Okay. So-
Also, I may have missed it. What does this leather? What does this a helmet look like? Because
Okay.
I'm picturing like the shitty like 1930s football helmets,
Football helmet.
like those real shitty
Okay,
leather ones
I-
that
I-
just kind of like.
I did not give it a good description the first time around, so it is more of a leather cap with helmet-ish adornment, so it does hang over the ears, but it is a little bit more hat-like than you were probably originally imagining.
So it's like a leather page boy hat with ear flaps.
Yeah, it's kind of akin to a Sherlock Holmes hat. The deer, is it a deer hunter hat? Is
Deer
that what
stalker.
Deer stalker. It's
Deer
kind of
stalker.
akin to a leather deer stalker,
Okay.
but without the front piece and a little
Way
bit longer on the
cooler
ears.
than I was giving it
When
credit for.
we get a portrait of Harold done, can it be with the deer stalker?
With the deer stalker on,
Please.
Okay. And Victor with the bear hat, of course, because he will never wear it.
Yes.
Okay, so eventually you figure out how cool you look. You get all your stuff packed up. Harold, you safety wrap all of your books and put them in your big burlap sack. And you manage to gather all your things up and head towards Galana's room, where you do find Gazdan sitting now in the chair. The basin has been removed in the time that it has been, and Galana now has placed the baby in a makeshift crib. It looks like basically it's one of the mattresses has been pulled off, and then they put like a little cage around it so the little rascal can't get out. He is already standing at the cage holding the bars. As you guys enter in, he's already standing on his own, holding himself up by his hands, while Galana and Gazdan seem to be deep in the middle of a conversation.
Just sort of.
Nah.
Hello. It's good to see you. We're just in the middle of something. Anyways,
You're going to be chasing that little tyke around in a matter of minutes, it seems.
I can tell he's going to be a handful, but if he weren't a handful, then he wouldn't be a very good orc. All right. Well,
Amen to that.
you
we
look
are,
ready to go.
on our way out.
Good. I did have something to request of you, if that would be one last thing before you go.
And we had a request for you as well. So, first.
No, you first, I insist. I'm in a good mood today.
I'll take advantage. And we are more or less on our way back to Smalemshire, and thought it might be wise to bring with us an orc liaison to Broken Keep, so that we could broker a relationship with Broken Keep and Smalemshire, instead of leaving it to the wilds.
That is wise. It's not a bad idea. The first person who comes to mind is Talna. She is probably the least intimidating and most sociable of us all.
Excellent.
Choice.
Yes. She's
The only
rather
other
small.
person I could think of was Fuckle. I don't think that's a good one.
He's very stupid. He is dense as they come. But he's good. He's a good man. Good heart. Good orc.
Yes. What was
yes.
it you requested of us?
Yes, of course. So, I have this.
And he holds up like a button almost. It's small and it's smooth, and on the one side, you just see like an orc's face. Like it's got your very stereotypical like orc, heavy brow, smushed nose, big orc tusks, and then he provides 3 more in his other hand and offers them to you, Victor.
So these are essentially, if you show these to an orc, free or enslaved, they will understand that you are a friend to the orc. This is an old token from before we, before what happened. When you were traveling from orc village to another orc village, or from tribe to tribe, you would show these medallions to show as a sign of peace. I've also had them enchanted, so any of these medallions, if you hold it, will guide you towards this one. I was hoping, if you found other free orcs, or if you found not so free orcs, that you may present them with this and tell them to come here.
It's lovely.
A worthy charge.
Good. Thank you. I'll thank you very much for that. but that is all I have to ask. I'll arrange Tolman to come with you.
Excellent. We are planning to leave rather soon.
Oh, yes, I will. I'll be on my way. I believe Galana also wished to speak with you before you left.
All right.
Absolutely.
So he takes off. He peels out, moving quite quickly. Colors return to his face. He seems happy and a little nervous. And as you look over to Galana.
Oh, well, he's a good man, and I really truly do hope he's ready to be a leader, as he will be soon. That's what we were talking about while he looked so upset, I believe. I told him he should be the new chieftain, and he told me he wasn't a chieftain, he was a leader of a war party, and I said, well, now that your war party is a village, you need to be a chief. It's a long story. But I did want to thank you all. Without you, I don't think that I'd be here, and I don't think that my people would have a home, so thank you for that. And, Puck, thank you most of all, for I fear without you, either me or my son would not be here today.
Again, you don't have to thank me for anything. Are you feeling better?
Much better, thank you. Your magics have done wonders for me.
Good. Well, I'm sure we'll all be back soon, and we can't wait to see what changes by the time we get back.
I do too. Well, all of you be well. I'm sure I'll see you before too long.
Enjoy that little one, Galana.
I will.
I don't
I
think
think
he'll be
I-
small long.
I don't know exactly
calling
what
it
I'm
now.
going to. I don't know what I'm going to name him, but I've come up with some ideas. I think you'll like it. But enough for now. I'll see you soon. Be well.
That's good.
Be well.
Harold, as you kind of stand there ominously in the background, you're still looking down the baby, making sure that it's still kosher.
Ominous.
I know Harold.
Harold just like.
Awkward and cautious.
Yes, Harold being cautious, you give the baby one last look as you make your way out, and you see that it seems to be already in the midst of teething, and it flashes you a very toothy, like a very gummy but with some little teeth in there smile, right in your direction. Not menacing at all, for the record.
It
It's
has
very
teeth.
cute. It's very cute.
I'll just like give like a very awkward like as I leave.
Not at all, Now that's menacing. But before long, it takes about 5 minutes for Gazdan to come and find you just at like the base of the staircase. There's still lots of people coming in and out of the keep. Sarifa is actually flanked on his one side with Ariel, and then on his other side is who you assume to be Talna, a smaller than average orc woman. She's a little bit thinner in frame, not thin. She's still stocky as she's an orc, but she is thinner than any orcs you have seen up till this point. And then also beside Talna is Harold's father.
Oh, sorry. This is Tolna. Tolna, I believe you've at least seen of them. I don't know if you've met them or not. This is the Shield of Fate. This is Harold, Victor, Puck, and Talon. And you are going to be going with them to the village to establish. I spoke with you already. You know. Anyways, I got nothing else for you.
It's
Well-
nice to meet you, Talna.
Hello.
Oh, nice to meet you. Oh, my name is Tolna. You already knew that. Sorry.
It's alright. I mean, introductions are weird always, right?
Yes. So I'll be traveling with you for a while, it seems.
A few days, I'm thinking. We'll be actually staying at my house tonight. It's very close by, and it'll give us somewhere comfortable to sleep
Lovely.
rather than out in the woods.
I'm not much of a warrior, so unfortunately I won't be doing you any good in that respect, but I cook a very mean stew, and I am quite good with the little folk. Sorry, normal people, humans and dwarves.
Well, I'm excited about the stew, and I'm looking forward to helping you establish relations with this town nearby.
Good. I'm bringing 250 gold pieces to deliver to the village in order to begin a healthy relationship. At least that's what Kazdana's informed me that I'm to do.
Full.
Well, great. Just one thing. If we happen to run into a dwarf named Garen, please avoid mentioning anything about his height.
Oh, well, I'll do my best, but sometimes it just slips out. You know, they're so small.
It's just they're very sensitive about that sort of thing.
I'll try.
I would wager to say that any dwarf, you should just avoid the topic of size.
Okay, so when I see a dwarf, I'll say, you are very big.
Maybe don't say anything.
Hello, you are very big. I am Tolna.
That might work, but it might. We'll practice.
We
Okay.
can talk about it on the way.
Oh, very good. I'm glad that you seem to be all getting on well. I'm going to go back to Galana. We weren't quite finished our conversation. But I'll miss you all. Take care. Please spread the word, but not to the wrong people. You'll figure it out.
Take care of Ariel and your new baby.
Oh, it's not my baby. I'm just...
Sure, it's
Oh,
not.
And he stomps off, like, he flashes you guys all, like, a little smile over his shoulder, but he still stomps off in a huff.
What a softie.
Mm-hmm.
Harold, I just wanted, because Don was saying that you guys were all leaving, and I just wanted to come say goodbye. That's all right with you?
Yeah.
That's
of
good.
course.
Good. I was just, could I give you a hug? Would that be all right with you?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Okay.
And he very slowly and hesitantly comes in and gives you like a couple pats on the back, and he moves away a little
I'll
bit.
give him a hug back.
Okay. It's a nice, awkward but warm hug. Before eventually he does pull back and he goes,
All right. Well, my memories they're still coming back, which is really good. They're coming back piece by piece. So hopefully the next time I see you, it'll be all the way back, and we can talk and laugh about a bunch of stories that I don't remember right now. That could be good.
Yeah.
All right.
That would be good.
I am actually going to. I'm supposed to be out teaching some of the.
What
Harold's
is
father.
Harold's dad teaching?
He's teaching some of the. He was sorry, Harold.
Can you say something, Harold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Dad?
yes. No, I'm supposed to be going to teach some of the younger orc folk how to hunt with an arrow, because well, I'm pretty good at it and they're not. So I'm supposed to go do that. But I miss you, son. I'll be seeing you soon. I love you. Take care. All right.
Too.
I love you too, Dad.
All right. Bye, everybody.
And he scampers off as well.
Bye.
Leaving you alone with Talna, as well as Ariel and Sarifa. Ariel, hands behind her back, still in like the very nice elven like chain and leather. She's wearing quite nice armor, and she still has like the nice like cuff that is pleated and bent very nice at the crease, so that way it hides most of her scars. But she then smiles at all of you and just kind of waits until the moment passes. Okay. Is it my turn?
If you'd like it to be.
Okay. Wait. Oh, sorry. Death and Slaughter. Come here. And you see Death and Slaughter come bounding out of her room and down the stairs. I think they should be here to say goodbye too. I left them in the room like I do sometimes. But yeah, they wanted to say bye, and I wanted to say bye. And I know Sarifa was saying that she wanted to say goodbye to Puck. and you immediately see Sarifa like elbow Ariel in like the ribs area, and like death glare her, and she's like, Ariel, never speak about what I speak about again. Oh, sorry, Sarifa. My bad. Yes, Pericles, I did want to see you off. I just wanted to say, as before, I will always be watching, and I am excited for your return, as there are some things that I wish to share about you, about our family. That is all.
Well, I look forward to it. Thank you for everything. And
Of course.
for looking after Ariel.
I won't be
don't
looking
know-
after her, I will be training her. There's a difference.
Of course. I don't know how long you and the Greenbow Trio will be staying here, but
2 weeks.
Okay. I'll
Well,
try to make it.
me and Amori are going to stay here for 2 weeks and make sure that everyone is all right with the new situations, and Elmo's going to return and inform Greenbow that they are settling down a permanent town, village, whatever they want to call it, and that we will open trade with them. That is all. It is fine. So we will be here. We will await.
Well, I'll try to make it back in time, and maybe I can see the village. But until then, again, thank you. I hope that you'll continue to train Ariel. She has a lot to learn, and you're a good teacher.
Yes, of course. And she very quickly wraps her arms around you, gives you a hug, squeezes pretty tight, and then immediately lets go.
As she goes to hug me, Puck will actually break the hug and take a step back. Best not to get too used to that, since it won't always be there. Like I said, you're
Yes,
a good teacher.
of course. The rest of you, be well. Pericles, I will be keeping my eye on you. Always. Goodbye. Her and Ariel, Death and Slaughter accompanied, head back up to Ariel's room. And with that, I believe you are prepared to leave Broken Keep and head back to Smellemshire, correct?
Believe so.
First stop, Talon's house.
First up, Talon's house. Great. Well, as we start traveling, that is where we are going to take our break for the evening. Really quick, I do want to shout out everybody hanging out. Thank you. It's been really great. Meow. Alberta Premium, have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully we'll see you again next week. Have a great work. Have a great work tomorrow. And yeah, I will run ads for a minute. One more meow, just for the sake of meow. Yeah, everybody get a snack, have a pee. We'll see you soon. See you soon.
See you soon, guys.
All right, you're back.
We're finally leaving.
Finally. All right, I'll be back. Yes, Jelly Donut Claire has gone through some things. We'll talk about it in post-show.
Miss Liz, as much as I would love to get a snack, I have a very sleepy bean right beside me, and as anyone knows, you cannot move once a cat has chosen you as their sleeping bed. That is illegal, so I will not be able to venture anywhere anytime soon. But thankfully, I do have water beside me, so I can hydrate, because hydro party, hydro homies.
Oh. Oh my. Oh, my brother's such a dickhead sometimes. It's awesome. Okay. Excellent. We back.
While
Good
while
break.
we wait, I'll just put Kitty Cam.
Hey, Cal.
Kitty
Oh
Cam.
man, I don't have a kitty. Fuck.
Look how big
Uh,
she's getting.
I know.
It's big.
She used to
she-
fit in my hand, remember, guys?
she's- Yep. Yup.
Oh my god, my cat's been raised on the stream.
It's true. That's true.
Literally.
We've been. Wait. What? How old is your cat?
So she was born at the beginning of September, we're estimating. So, yeah.
Damn.
She's actually going through her first heat right now, so the boy
Ooh.
cat is staying at a friend's house.
Yeah, good call.
So
Good
that because we
Um,
tried to just have them separated for the first few days, and it was just the constant growling. We didn't sleep
Yeah.
for like 3 days, so we were
Yeah.
like, nope.
No, that's fair. That's gross. Oh my god. Guys, okay, chat, can we take a second to just appreciate that we had like 8 different music tracks in the first half today? Look, I'm not saying I did it perfectly, but it's
Killing
a step
it.
in the right direction.
We're really getting all those bucks,
It would have been.
all the money's worth for
It-
Arcane Anthems.
It
Oh, no,
It really would have been great to hear those tracks.
Oh, I'm
Get
sorry,
a better
buddy.
laptop, you bitch.
I haven't.
Look, if
Oh,
the
just-
government stops fucking me, I will.
Oh, honey, the government never
I
stops
hope-
doing that.
I hopefully need to make one more phone call. I finalized my claim today, and apparently one more person needs to approve it, and I'm hoping that's it. And then I'll get my goddamn money.
We believe.
Send in the vibes your
We
way.
believe in
vibes.
Thomas getting a new lappy. We believe in new lappies. You should stop by Beige Computing. They sell Firestorms there. Fucking mint. Great lappies.
Look, I honestly would. I hear they're having like a fire sale. They're getting rid of everything.
Yeah,
That would be
liquidating.
like perfect
What
time
is
to
it,
get a
like
laptop.
5% of cost is what they're selling?
Oh yeah,
for?
something
Right?
crazy
That's
like
what the
that.
sign
Oh.
said.
Yeah, the signs
yeah.
make so much sense. For those of you not in the know, that's a throwback to King of Retail, which we just kind of ended that series for the time being. So that'll be fun. You know the owner, Alex? Who's that guy? I bet he's a real asshole. But yeah,
That would
okay.
check out.
So, let me look. Okay, so we have liquidating or burninating. Why not both? Why not both?
Burninating. Wait, R.to. Are you Rob? I'm guessing it's Rob, but like, just let me know. Rob
If
is
you're
also my
Rob,
friend.
I don't know you, but I'd like to. Insert
Would actually, you two would get along fantastically.
insert wink.
I've known that as long as I've known Rob, actually.
Hey Rob.
Hi, thanks for coming.
Okay, so we do have a make me an NPC raffle ticket, which is very exciting. That'll be fun. So far we've just got Griff the Lizard Man, and the last name is their occupation, so that'll be fun for me to write. We have two. The Rob Randolph bromance. We got to meet first. That's what's important. Big Pog though. Okay.
It'll be good.
Well, thanks, Alex, for being there when I can't be. I appreciate it. One more meow for good measure. Meow. But yeah, I say with that, let's get this show on the road and let's get traveling. Let me check the time because I don't want to go too late tonight. Oh, we got plenty of time. Let me go to the travel playlist because
Yeah, we
we
didn't
have
have to do any crying breaks, so we're like really going at it today.
No one's crying
No.
yet.
There's still time, Pericles.
We're going to
There's
a sad
always
place.
time.
We're going to an abandoned house. There's time.
Oh, good.
I think Talon is probably
Meow?
next.
I don't know, Miss Liz. You'll have to find out. Okay. Great. Let's get back on the road, everybody. Let's get on the road.
On the road again.
So, our party, right before the break, they had just decided to venture off from Broken Keep, the new town of Broken Keep, led by Guzdan and the rest of the Chainbreakers. So, on your way out of town, most of the people at this point recognize your faces, know who they are, know who you are, and as you make your way out, they give you waves and they give you big smiles, and everybody wishes you well on your way. You do see a very busy little town, and you already see some permanent structures. At least they look permanent, starting to build. Like, they're just foundations at this point, nothing serious. But you do see a large number of orcs using battle axes to chop down trees right at the cusp of the meadow, and dragging them in. They're working hard right now, but it does look like this is meant to be a permanent settlement in time. But yeah, you guys are back on the road. It probably feels like a long time since you've been together on the road. But Broken Keep is finally behind you. Ordice is behind you. The exploding bandits, peasants are behind you. The creatures of war created from, young women and old orc huntsmasters are all behind you. The snow starts to fall as you get a little bit further away from Broken Keep. Now that everything's happened, it's probably around 11 o'clock. Or 11 a.m., just about noontime, as the snow starts to fall again. Can I get everyone to roll Constitution saves, please and thank you, as it is quite chilly.
Got it. My guy.
It's 24.
Good.
13.
Good.
Finally better than a 1. 21.
Good.
Nice.
Con save, yeah?
Yep.
22.
22. Okay, so good. You guys are all super warm with your travel clothes and your new accoutrement. Harold, your big old burlap sack of swaddled books, is doing just fine as you heft it over your shoulder alongside your backpack. But yeah, your travels are relatively swift and simple until you hear you can hear something in the distance. It's a little bit hard to make out from here, but it definitely sounds like someone shouting a ways away. It's not even a perception check for this one. You guys all just hear somebody going, "Oh, fuck it!"
I will
What the world is that?
make a perception check to try and make out more.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Where's my perception? There it is. 12.
12. Okay, you can vaguely make out. Oh, Gods be damned! God, Malik, get me out of this thing! It's about all you can hear, though.
Are we near where the traps were set up?
After you've been traveling for about an hour and a half, 2 hours? Oh, yeah, you are.
I think someone got caught in the elf traps.
Ooh, that's not
So,
good.
cut them down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Puck takes off the bear hat to seem less threatening.
Talna actually grabs your shoulder, Victor and Puck, and she goes,
I'm just going to wait over here just in case. I don't want to spook anyone.
Stay safe. Stay
I
hidden.
will. I'll stay close.
Okay.
yeah, as you
No,
guys,
just
and you
like-
guys,
Possibly like a light jog.
Sorry, what?
Way up to these guys. Just like bust into like a light jog.
Logan, you're coming in
Not her.
real choppy.
Did
You're
your
coming
mic
in real
change or something?
choppy.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, there you are.
You guys hear me?
You're coming in really fuzzy.
All right.
Oh.
Are you ready to get...
That worked.
You sound
Real
better.
fast.
No, that was good.
Okay, fuck.
No,
I
you
just-
fixed it.
Gotta sit up, I guess.
Dude, you gotta use that
show us some
diaphragm.
posture.
Relaxing.
I gotta
Use their sit bones.
it was just a breathing thing. I'm just gonna lightly jog up there, not hurrying, but like a nice pace.
Okay. The rest of you go up with Victor, yes?
Nope, I stay back.
You stay back?
I will be Victor.
Okay. Talon, are you going with Puck and Victor, or are you hanging back with Harold and Talna?
I'll go with Puck and Victor.
Okay. You guys do make your way up, and there you see, caught up on what looks like a tripwire, but also his calf is stuck in one of the orc's bear traps. It looks like a big meaty chunk, like he must have fell over into it and it caught his leg. A probably young-ish dwarf, just out of puberty, in very shiny armor, is laying there on the ground. And then an older, not by much, but a little bit of an older, dark-haired gentleman, dark pointy, like a dark mustache, not as thick as mine, and a dark goatee, much more pointed than mine, stands there over him, shaking his head.
Hello.
Oh, hey, who are you?
Do you
Hello?
need some help?
Yes, apparently it seems my friend is not entirely too intelligent. I do not know why I cannot do a French accent right now. Hold on, give me a second. It took me a little while to get into it. It's still not... It's Yiddish! Why am I doing
A
Yiddish?
little Yiddish.
This is a French man. I come from France. Bonjour, messieurs. Comment ça va? Hello, my friends. Hello. Yes, my friend seems to be entirely unintelligent and was caught on a tripwire and fell into one of these traps. It is a terrible inconvenience, but it's his own fault, so he can get out of it. Oh,
You're not going to help him.
I mean, he got himself into it. He can get himself out.
That's not what companions do. And I will get him out.
Okay, so you lean down. Go ahead and give me a strength check. Or athletics. We'll call it athletics.
I'll help.
You guys-
can
okay,
roll a
yeah.
damage.
You both get down and ply it open.
14.
14, that's enough to bend this bear trap open enough for him to get his leg out. He's bleeding pretty bad, not horrible compared to what you guys have seen recently. But he's definitely got some blood dribbling out of his calf, and he's like, "Oh, son of a..."
Since I'm right there, I'll go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay, you cast Cure Wounds on his leg. Minimum is gonna heal him up just fine. He didn't take that much damage. You bend down and you kind of touch the wound a little bit, and you can see his...
I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time when I healed
Yeah.
Greg. Just like, boom. Healed.
You go down to his leg, and he looks a little skittish until you touch him, hit him with the boom, healed, and he goes, "Oh, now that's
Good.
much better. Thank you so much.
No problem.
My name's Dorian. It's nice to meet you, Dorian Spearbreaker.
Pleasure, Dorian. I high five. Do you high five?
Sure." And he holds
Clap
his
our hands
hand up
together.
and claps hands.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
That was kind of fun. I like that. And this guy here is Malik Papin. My name is Malik Papin.
And what were you two boys doing out here?
Well, me and Malik. Well, Malik was standing there around the board when I got when I took the quest off of it, and you now see Malik, or Malik, is now like kind of shooting daggers into his younger companion, and he just like shakes his head and he goes, "I mean, we're just hunters."
And what is it you're hunting for?
And he looks up at his companion. We are out here hunting some bulls. Yes, we are required to hunt some bulls, and possibly some deer as well.
Sorry, are you from Smolensk? I wasn't sure if there was any other communities around here.
No, well, I'm north. I'm from Veduta. It's the biggest village or city or whatever you want to call it on this side of the Wargos mountain range. My leg doesn't hurt at all. What did you do?
I don't. Magic.
28 insight on them.
Okay. So, Puck, as you're looking at these two, you immediately assess a number of things as they speak to you. The taller gentleman. Sorry, I gotta fix my chair. I thought I was gonna have better posture. I lied to myself. So yes, Puck, as you assess these two figures before you, you see, yes, the first one seems to be young, relatively immature, relatively dumb. Right? He's not the brightest. He got himself caught up in a couple traps, and his companion, you see standing there beside him, is by no means a hunter. Definitely not a hunter. You can already tell that they are lying immediately. The younger one is dressed in like very shiny new, not quite like a scale mail. And then the man standing beside him carries no weapons other than his walking stick and some long flowing purple robes.
You said you were hunting boar and deer?
Yeah, and some other stuff too. If we see it, it's whatever we catch, we'll take home and we'll cook it up.
Oh, whereabouts do you live?
No, sorry, yeah, no, that part was true. Shit.
Yes.
True.
I'm going to take boars and deer all the way to Veduta from here.
Yeah, we are.
Now, are you going to tell us the truth, or are we going to have to make you tell us the truth?
Malak, can you please just tell them? Look, they healed my leg. I'm sure they're perfectly fine. I doubt they'd work with those savages anyway. Alright, I'm terribly sorry for my deception earlier. Me and my friend here, we are both on a quest to retrieve the head of a massive warlord who has broken all sorts of laws and has murdered all sorts of people, including my sister. That is why we are out here.
Might have fixed that problem already.
Yes.
Was this a man
You're
named
hunting
Odysseus by
Odysseus?
any
No,
chance?
you have killed the orc war leader, Grosdan, then, yes?
Eh,
Good. Well, if you have his head, then perhaps we can all go together to collect the bounty. It is quite a large bounty.
We actually
You didn't-
burnt his body.
And also, you've done nothing to earn that head. We are
Aye.
the ones who did the work.
Yes, you are correct. But also, you would not have known about this bounty unless I had brought it to your attention. So, parts
If
of
we
the money
don't
should be
care
ours.
about the bounty.
Also, why would we go into the forest to fight a warlord not to get a bounty? Of course, we knew about the bounty.
Go ahead and roll me a deception, Victor.
That's an 8.
Oh,
If I didn't think this Malik was a caster, I'd give you guidance, but
It was a good lie. I just told bad.
All right. So, where is the head then? Show me the head. Show me some symbols that you have collected the bounty.
Head was destroyed.
Then how will you collect the bounty?
I'll like start flick. I'll pull out the orc token he gave me and go. He had these on him.
But you took no piece of him, no part of him, no trophy at all.
I don't think
Not
you
even his
understand
weapons.
that there was no body to retrieve.
Why?
because it was destroyed in the battle. We're all very strong, and it just got out of hand. A little
No,
excited.
this-
I don't know.
Talon, I appreciate what we're doing here, but let's just face it, we're all bad at lying. Every one of us in this conversation is bad at lying.
Yes,
No, we did not kill Gizdan, nor do we intend to. And if you do, then you are our enemy. Now, do you want to be our enemy?
Oh, no. You do not. Look, I do not want to fight with you. You all seem to be very capable adventurers. What I would like to do is I would like to go and kill a warlord who has killed countless innocent civilians in his rampage of destruction.
The rampage of destruction to free his people being enslaved by said people.
So perhaps he is freeing some people who should not necessarily be have their freedom taken away. I never said, I do not agree with what the king has chosen to do, but I also do not agree with a man who kills.
From him.
Yes, of course I look to profit from a man who kills and murders thousands of countless, not thousands, that's too many. Countless people in his
You know who
search for
does steal
vengeance.
thousands and not think of it? Your king.
I do not necessarily. I am from Normandy. I hate the king. We all hate the king. Everybody hates the fucking king.
Malik,
What?
even if any of us believed what you said about Gazdan, I don't believe that the two of you would be able to handle him and all those with him.
Yes, well, perhaps I have a plan for such a thing.
If you tell us, we can let you know if it'll work or not. Maybe some time, maybe.
If Dorian is the type of person who will be caught by the preliminary traps, which aren't even the main traps, I don't know that you're going to be able to get to drop on a hardened band of freedom fighters, and I'm going to try and make a persuade check to drive him off this course.
Go ahead.
Hey! 21.
All right.
Hey!
Perhaps you do have an idea. Dorian, I know that you wish to seek vengeance for all those that this man has killed, but I do not think that you have a chance. Me, I could probably do it by myself, but I don't want to run the risk. Perhaps we should go and look for an easier bounty, no? But he's killed so many. My leg is fine. Why do I keep grabbing my leg? No, he's killed countless people, and the bounty's really big.
And
Dorian.
you won't get it if you die. Thought of
Also,
that. Nor your vengeance.
Let me ask you this. How many people have you killed?
Well, none.
That,
Yet?
my friend-
I've killed none yet.
Dorian, look at my face. How many people do you think I've killed?
Do you want to roll something, or are you just really scared?
Not yet.
Okay. Probably a lot of people.
And do you know what I would give to have my number be 0? In this world, that is a blessing. You should keep it that way.
Oh. I guess I never thought of it that way before, but
We
Oh,
aren't all
alright,
as lucky as you. We have to live with the people we've ended.
Even if they're orcs.
Even if they're orcs.
Sorry, I just I don't really Malik, can we go back to Veduta, please? I need to think about some things. All right, we can go. Your leg is feeling fine, and we can travel a little bit quicker this time, please. Yeah, we can go. Your names? Did I? Yeah, we caught your names, right?
I would call us a good omen.
All right. Thank you. Good omen. But we'll be on our way.
welcome.
If you ever are in Veduta, just please do come find me. My father, he runs the blacksmithy in town. So Spearbreaker Armory, if you're looking. Just stop by anytime.
We'll make a note.
All right. Thank you again.
Of course.
Oh no, let's go. We need to get going. Have a good
Travels.
day. As you continue along your way, you see Malik is like giving a few swift cuffs to the back of Dorian's head as they walk, just like, "You idiot! Why did you have to open your stupid mouth? We would have been
Good to
just
know,
fine."
so.
Oh yeah, just
Dorian,
bad time.
Dorian takes one step and steps immediately into another bear trap.
Shit! Why didn't I write it like that?
Victor, you have a luck point now, by the way.
Oh,
Yes, sorry, I
That's
forgot
nice.
to. I forgot to let you know. Okay.
I will be keeping that.
But
Pray you do not spend 2 of them on nat ones.
What if the luck points only give us bad rolls?
Right?
Yo, that's brilliant. Rigged.
The curse of the luck point. I'm afraid now.
Okay. Well, with that encounter pretty well solved, you are pretty much at like the fork in the road where if you head to the, oh my god, trying to do maps in your south, if you head to the south, you will end up at Talon's homestead near the area, and if you continue east, you will make your way towards Smalemshire, as long as you pass by the traps.
My house is this way. You want to continue
The
on?
way. You know
Oh.
the way best.
Follow me. I do know the way very well.
Okay.
And we'll be off.
All right, Talon, you gather up Harold and Tulna, and you continue on your path. You change trajectory towards the south to a very familiar path that you've tread many times. Heck, this was probably a path that you cut through the brush to get in and out easier from your house, until eventually you do breach through the snowy forest, the snowy woods into another opening, much similar to the opening at the Broken Keep, but this one's a lot smaller. And the rest of you see a home and a small barn off to the one, or a small like shack, a shed off to the one side, that you all assume to be Talon's home. Talon,
So
you see home.
excited that you're all here. This is my house.
How big is it?
From the outside, it's like 2 stories with an attic. You're looking at probably 3 to 4 bedrooms. It's not a mansion, but it's a good size.
Farmhouse kind of vibe.
Okay.
It's nice.
I don't know why, but I
Yeah.
pictured it larger. Not to say that it is small, but I thought perhaps there was some sort of grand mansion in the forest or something.
Mystical as that would be, I don't know what we would do with all that space. It's just the 2 of us, and there's already more rooms than we need. Anyway, there'll be plenty of room for everyone to sleep tonight, so that's nice.
Yes, I'd give us the grand tour.
Oh, come with me. Come with me.
Do you
So
think we
there's the
should... do you think we should still tell Gazdan there are bounty hunters after him, or do you think he already knows?
Pretty sure he
Oh,
knows.
How would
Um,
we tell him?
He knows. They've been after him for years now. Ever since the war ended and he decided to start freeing orcs, really.
So the tour.
Yeah, so there's the barn there. It's kind of where I do all the messy stuff when I bring things in that I've hunted, you know. Mom doesn't like when I bring animals into the house, which kind of makes sense. But we'll go in the front door and I'll show you around.
Talon, as you go past like the hunting shed, you do recall that before you had left, you left like a solid 2-pint jar of wolf piss in the shed.
Oh my god, no. Sorry, you all can go inside and make yourselves comfortable, but I forgot that I had something in the barn, so I just want to run and go get that first. I'm going to go collect that.
Yeah. You can write that in your inventory as is. A big corked jar of
She's
wolf
going
piss.
to collect
how
wolf
much?
piss, isn't she?
2 pints.
Pints?
I-
Big
Thank
old
you.
jar.
I have this mental image of her just like cracking that jar open and like de-drinking it on her
Just
way in the
taking
door.
a fat sip. Gross.
I'm
I
like
suppose
bursting back in with this jar.
Yeah,
It's like
I will-
very clearly urine.
I'm going to gingerly make my way into the front door.
Okay, yeah.
See
So
what's going on?
as Talon's out grabbing the piss. Oh, you taking the piss? So as Talon's taking the piss, Victor, Harold, Puck, and Tolna, you enter in through the front door. Victor, you take the lead and you creak your way in. The door is wooden. As you open it, it definitely needs to be oiled a little bit. If this is possibly the homiest place you've ever been, ever, Victor. You come in and it still smells kind of like cinnamon and cardamom, as if somebody had recently been baking, but it's cold. The fire's been out for days. You do notice that on the table there seems to be a bunch of letters, a couple letters and a few books that have been left out on the table from the last time Talon had left. Talon left this place pretty quick in a bit of disarray. So there is a little bit of mess here and there. A lot of it's natural. Some of it looks like somebody kind of went through like a tornado. But yeah, it's nice, comfy, smells delicious. Nice big wooden table, soft chairs to sit in the the sitting room.
I'm definitely
cold, though. Definitely cold.
casually snooping at at just like opening books and like looking around for portraits or something like that.
Yeah, so as you snoop, go ahead and actually roll me an investigation check while Talon is gathering up her piss. Never gonna let this end.
What a
10.
phrase.
A 10. Okay, so as you wander around the house, you do see a couple of just pictures hanging on the wall, like above the fireplace. A couple of them, one of them is Talon when she's very young, clearly being held by the woman who you assume is her mother. Actually, Victor, you're the only one who has seen Talon's mother. Mind you, it was very brief. You do recognize...
So the back of her head.
Yeah, you do recognize that same bright, fiery hair, and she is holding this little baby, and there is a man that stands over top of them, and you can't actually see his face. It's hidden by a cloak, but he is looking down, and he's actually got his finger, holding on to, the baby is holding on to his finger.
Wait, so he had a portrait done, but obscured his face with a hood.
Yes.
Fuck this guy.
Very on brand for my dad.
Fuck this guy. Very well. I will take a look at those letters, I suppose.
Okay, a lot of them seem to be correspondence between Talon and her mother, just written, exchanged back and forth, going hunting, be back in 2 days. Another one that just says, hey, if you're up earlier than me, can you please go can you go gather some berries? I want to make a pie. None of it's really all that important, but you do stumble across one letter that seems to be written not in Talon's handwriting, but in somebody else's handwriting. It also doesn't actually look like the handwriting that you recognize from the rest of the letters. This one seems to be a different handwriting, and it seems to be not necessarily a love letter, but a letter of appreciation and I'm excited to see you when we do get to see again. I think of it often. I hope you're well. That kind of letter.
Is it signed?
It is not. Talon, you do at this point bust back in with your jar of piss.
Making yourselves comfortable. I should start a fire. Let me just put this down. I'm gonna put it right on the kitchen table, and I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna start getting the heat going just in a tizzy. never had people over to my house before. I feel like I need to be a good host. I have no idea what's happening.
Okay, you put the jar of piss down. You start making a fire. I mean, with kindling and like fire starter here in the house, it takes you maybe a minute. You get it all tossed together and toss a log in there. The heat starts and you can all feel that cold chill that you kind of always feel fade away a little bit as you're comfortable. The door gets closed and you all find yourself in Talon's sitting room around the fire.
Tolna, do you need, would you like to make a stew, 1? And 2, do you need anything, that we can fetch for you?
Oh, if I could make a stew, that would be absolutely wonderful. I'd love to. I do need some sort of meat and at least a few different kinds of vegetables, but really, that's all I need. Maybe some flour would be good.
There should be flour in the cupboard. Vegetables, the cellar is just over by the table. If you lift up the hatch in the ground, there should be some vegetables in there. Some more root vegetables. There's not much winter. Meat, I'll have to go get that fresh. If you give me half an hour.
All right, I'll get everything else prepared for the stew.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Does anyone need a hand, if anything?
After my experience hunting with Victor, I think I'd rather do that alone.
Oof.
And I would actually like to borrow you, Puck.
Okay. Sure.
Harold,
Harold, you do have some time to go through your books if you'd like.
I mean, Harold had honestly just been kind of like standing in the middle of the room, just like with his sack, not sure what to do as like all of this is transpiring. And as soon as everyone is just like, all right, this is what we're doing, ready, break. He kind of just like, okay, and he'll go and like sit down at the kitchen table, pull out his notebook and pull out the plethora of Ordiz's notebooks that he took, and he's going to start going through Ordiz's notebooks and writing down any important information, any like chemical compositions Ordiz made, any research findings. You know, if it's just like today, if like a note is like today this person died, doesn't care about it, but just like any of the important notes, he's just going to start transcribing.
Yeah, absolutely. So that way you can get rid of Ordiz's gross notebooks of death.
Yeah, and then as soon as he's done, he's going to go over and chuck it in the fire.
Okay.
With like as soon as he's done with the notebook, he's going to go over and just toss it in the fire, and that way Harold has all the notes and all of Ordiz's stuff is gone.
Very fair. Okay, you can definitely get started on that. Victor and Puck, what were you guys up to while Talon goes hunting?
Well, I thought, got a bit of time tonight, and you wanted me to train you, so...
I was going to ask, yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, okay. What first?
Well, here's what I've observed of you. You're quite good at getting hit. And take that as a compliment. You do very well for yourself. Taking hit and healing. But I so rarely see you take swings. So I want you to hit me with your mace.
Are you sure?
Yes. I want you
Okay.
to practice striking another person. What it feels like, what your thresholds are. And can you surpass them? Can you push past your own comfort? It's scary to strike another person. It feels bad. So if you can push through that mental break and really strike me, we'll be getting somewhere.
I mean, I'll try, certainly. If we get a chance, I'd also like to learn some of that grappling that you and Talon do. I'm not very good at breaking out of the grip of other people.
Yes, that is a good plan. Perhaps we can maybe find some boars or something out here to try to wrestle them to the ground. That's how I was taught.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, sure. Okay. Puck just kind of like pulls out his mace. Okay, if you're ready.
Ready as I'll ever be.
And Puck is just going to take a swing at Victor.
Victor, are you letting it hit you?
I'm not moving.
Okay, then Puck, you don't have to roll to hit. Just roll for damage. If
Okay,
Victor's not
well,
moving or making any attempt to stop, go ahead and hit him.
This is usually pretty subpar, but all right. Watch me roll my first 6. Yep. That's 9 points of damage.
Nice.
Yeah, so Victor, as you stand there, you're like, oh, come on, hit me. And you just see Puck grab the mace, shake his head, look at you, and just fucking bean you right in the shoulder. And it hurts, like, really bad. He just hit you with a mace.
Good work.
Ah.
How'd that feel?
Puck, as you look at Victor and he asks you, how does that feel? You're very confident you dislocated his shoulder, and he's just standing there like, so, how do you feel now? And, like, the shoulder is literally, like, limp and does not look right.
Like I should heal you?
Well, that's, I don't want to train that instinct out of you, but also, you can see that I'm hurt.
Yes, I hit you pretty hard.
Yeah, that you did. It was impressive. Now, what would you do in this situation? Let's just say, you've hit me pretty hard, but I'm not backing down.
I guess if I couldn't talk you down, I might just try and knock you out.
All right. It's a good plan. I would like you to strike me again. This time I'm going to try to avoid it. But I want you to strike me exactly where you hit me. Make it worse.
Okay, I mean, if you're sure, I'll follow your lead. Okay. Puck is going to attempt to swing at Victor.
All right.
Unnatural 20.
Yep.
Roll damage.
Okay. Another 9 points of damage.
Just so, Victor, you try and dodge out of the way, like you're normally pretty nimble, but your shoulder's giving you a little bit of issue, and Puck laser focuses in on your shoulder, and as you go to like trying to tuck out of the way, you remember, oh shit, I can't roll on my shoulder right now. Like, it's totally fucked. And just boom, one more time on the shoulder. Puck, you can now see that blood is starting to like pour out of the wound because maces are still like spiked, and Victor doesn't wear armor. So Victor is now, his shoulder's dislocated. It's bleeding pretty bad. He's still Victor, so he's doing all right, but he does not look good.
The only fucking non-fight fight I'm in, and this is how I roll.
Exactly. All right. Well, I can't lift my arm. So good work.
Okay.
Don't worry. This happens all the time. You're good with that mace.
I mean, I can get by. It's.
I would say you can do a little more than get by. Not many people can strike me like that.
Real quick, Harold, from the other room, as you're jotting down notes, you just hear the wet, thumping sound of metal on flesh, and then just like very quietly you hear, and and then the sound stops for a while, and then again, except this time it's a louder slap, and then you hear very distinctly Victor go, "Oh!"
I'm just gonna my head's just gonna poke up from my notes and go, well, the training seems to be sounded well, and just go back into my notes.
Very good.
Well, I did think we needed to do training with your mace, but now I don't think we need to. I've lost the use of one of my arms. Seems like a fair enough fight. You wanted to wrestle.
Yes. I mean, if I can heal your arm.
If you heal my arm, I will for sure beat you. I would like to see what I can do with 3 appendages.
Just 3.
Okay. I'm starting to understand how Talon feels.
Take off your armor, and let's go.
Okay.
Puck will start to peel off chainmail.
Yeah, Puck, it takes you about 5 to 8 minutes to get it off by yourself as Victor just kind of stands there imposingly, arm completely just limp, hanging by its side. And while this all happens, we're going to go back to Talon. You are out hunting. Can you just go ahead and give me a quick survival check and tell me what kind of prey you are looking for?
I'm really craving rabbit or hare in this stew, so
Okay.
that hopefully. And survival?
Yep.
21.
21? Okay, yeah. With relative ease, you're able to track a hare through some of the snow on one of the tracks that they take most often. You don't have any snares set up, so you are going to have to shoot it. But after a little while of tromping through the snow, you do find one a ways away.
Big. Feed a few people.
It's definitely plump. Like, it's gone into like that winter season. It's plumped up for winter. You might want to grab another one before you go back. It would be a lean meal for everybody.
Yeah, I'll grab another one after this, as long as I get this one.
Hard to miss.
That's a 19 to hit.
Oh yeah. Also, it's a hare, so it has 1 HP. Beautiful shot. You take out your bow, nice and slow. You let go of it. You see it pass through, killing instantaneously as it goes like right through one of the shoulders and up through the stump of the neck. Right at the base. Super dead. It doesn't take you long to find another one. Take that shot as well. You're at home. This is just what you do. This is like bare essentials Talon right now. As you walk
like
back,
day to day. I do this every day.
Yeah, and so you grab the hairs by the ears, and you just kind of enjoy being home for the time being. As you walk back into your house, you see the fire is lit. Talna is chopping vegetables. Harold is, taking notes, doing Harold stuff. And then you look over into one of the other rooms, like one of the bigger rooms on the main floor, and you see Puck is out of his armor, and Victor has one arm completely dead by his side, and they look like they're about to start wrestling. Like they're both in like fighting stances. Can I get an athletics from both of you, please? Victor's at disadvantage.
All right. Do you know the rules?
I mean, of Grumman wrestling, yes.
Good. Begin. And I rolled a 23. At disadvantage, I rolled a natural 20 and a 17.
Begin.
Okay.
All right.
The
Puck?
only way I can beat this is with a nat 20, by the way.
Okay.
Come
Good.
on,
Good.
baby.
Not one.
No, that's a 9.
So, you see Victor start to come at you, Puck, and you get into the stance that you've seen many a satyr get into and about to Grumman wrestle, but you realize your legs don't quite work the same as a satyr's legs, and so when Victor is on top of you, he is immediately bearing down with all of his weight, and you've got like your knees too far bent, and you just don't quite have the right technique, and he takes you to the ground instantly. putting you right on your back. I will get another contested athletics from both of you to see if he can get the shoulders pinned.
I assume I'm still at disadvantage.
Yes, you are.
I'm also at disadvantage?
No, you're fine.
Oh, okay. All right.
You
an
just don't
8
get proficiency
from me.
bonus. An 8? Oh.
Proficiency bonus? I don't get proficiency bonuses.
Yeah, exactly.
So 10.
10. All right, so even though Victor's like on top of you, Puck, you kind of take advantage of his weak arm and you push into it as he's trying to pin you with his bad arm, and you actually gain some ground on Victor, and you're able, through controlling that wounded arm and knowing how to do that because of your background in medicine, you're able to flip on top of him, and now you are in a dominant position with Victor in a wrestling match. Go ahead and roll one more time for me, please. Talon, you get a bird's eye view to all this. You walk in, and this is just happening in your living room.
I'll drop off the rabbits
To Tolna.
to Tolna,
Thank you.
It's a 13.
and I'll just kind of saddle up in the door frame.
All right.
16.
Oh my god. So Victor, you're flat on your back, and you go to try and push Puck off with your arm that isn't pinned, but it doesn't move, and you're like, oh shit. And as Talon walks back, arms crossed to see how the fight's going, Puck, you push all your weight into Victor's body, and you manage to get both shoulders pinned. You win.
I will, while he's doing that, I'll go, all right, good. Well, remember when I was saying about pushing past your limits? And then I will rage.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and roll on your wild magic table to see what happens,
Yeah.
Victor.
As I'm saying that, my hair is just like floating up and my eyes are going like glossy.
Alan's in the doorway, just like, oh shit. Exactly like that.
Oh, I got the magic infuse on the weapon. I can throw my weapon one.
Oh, well, you're good, because you're wrestling.
Throw your body.
But I am going to, from the ground, use my busted arm with my other arm and lift him up.
Okay. Go ahead, roll me another athletics. Not at disadvantage anymore, right? Because you're raging?
With advantage, because I'm raging.
So you know what? For this situation, I will say that your disadvantage will be gone. So yeah, just take straight advantage. Puck, go ahead and roll against this. You know, barbarians, he gets to use his other arm. It makes sense.
Oh boy. All right, yeah.
The 25.
21.
Okay, Puck, you
There
think
we go.
you've got him. You've got him in like a tight lock, you know, you've got the weight everywhere until that arm that you thought for sure was out of commission, as Victor's hair starts to go up in tendrils and his eyes start to like cloud over with, you know, it almost looks like fog over the sea as it clouds his vision, and he takes that busted arm, grabs you, and throws you straight across the room. Like, he throws you like 6 feet, and Talon, if you weren't standing right where you were, he probably would have went right into the wall. As Puck like bounces into you.
And I'll roll that shoulder a little bit, and then just like I see the bone that's like sticking out, and just like it back into place.
Oh.
Gonna look at them and be like, you just maybe not break my house. I know no one's living here right now, but be
Oh.
careful.
Alan, sorry.
This is quite fun to watch. I am enjoying it.
Maybe one day I'll teach you that trick.
Supper is going to be served shortly. If you'd want to go and wash up, that would be good.
Absolutely.
They all smell terrible.
At wash up, I'm like, why would I? And then I look down and I'm just like covered in mud because I
Oh,
was
you
just
just-
pinned on the ground.
Dude, you're filthy. I mean, you're all filthy. I don't think you've had you haven't bathed in like 6 days.
I don't really
Yeah,
need to
I was
bathe.
but
but-
elbow deep in blood this morning and probably just wiped it off. So
You did. You just
we
wiped
do
it
have
off.
a bit of a bathing place in this house.
A bathroom.
Bathroom.
You can just call it a bathroom.
Well, I mean, it's not really a bathroom. I don't think.
It's a
You
room
can-
with a bath in it, is it not?
Yes, in just a bath.
That is a bathroom.
Perfect. Okay. You can heat up the water. I think there should be some wood in there, so you can warm it up if anyone wants. You can go first. I can wait.
Okay. Victor, why don't you come with me and I can talk to you about your shoulder and we can get started on your end of things.
Sure. Yes. Good plan. I just shoved it back into where I thought it was.
Why don't you come with me so we can bathe together?
Okay, so I mean, you clearly know how to like pop it back in, but I mean, you really don't want to be doing that too much because it can work the joint too much, and then it's more likely to do that, and you just hear that as we
So
walk away.
yeah, as these two nerds head up the stairs towards the
I'm
the
like
bathing
pulling
place.
the Ganassi physiology book out and going like,
As they do that, as they head up, Talon's gonna go over and she's gonna like move to like transfer some of that piss into the piss water skin, and then she looks up at Tolna in the kitchen and is like, "Oh, I just stepped outside the front door to do it outside."
Good. It spills over a little bit as you do it, but it's a big water skin. Most of it does fit into the water skin. You're left over with like, I don't know, enough to brush your teeth with, you know.
I'll take it back out to the to the barn and leave it out there.
Okay, cool. It's a real thing that happens. I'm just saying.
How many of the notebooks have I gotten through?
Well, so far it's been like an hour and a half. You've gotten through most of the first notebook. You think you've gotten everything of importance through the first notebook, and you've got two more to go through as well. But yeah, the first one's
Alright.
pretty well done.
I'll make sure, like, while they're washing up, because that probably take a little bit of time. I'll just make sure that the first one is like completely gone through. Just do a quick once over it again, just flipping through the pages, making sure I got everything, and
Yeah.
then probably by the time Puck and Victor come back down, it's completely done through, and I'm just tossing it in the fire.
Yeah.
Like, just out of curiosity, when we're washing up, are we like, we're not taking like a full bath or anything? We're just like cleaning, or
There is a full
bath.
bath basin. Yeah.
that's probably for later,
okay, yeah.
after
just checking.
dinner.
You can wash up your hands at the wash basin. You could have a bath if you'd like. You can, get the blood off, the literal blood off your hands and off your face if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll do like the key areas.
Okay. Eventually Puck and Victor come down a little bit cleaner, not full on clean, but a little bit cleaner, right up to the elbow at least. Puck's not wearing his armor anymore, and honestly, most of you haven't seen much of Puck outside of his armor, and seeing him not wearing it, he looks like very small. You're just realizing now that like Puck is not a big guy. Like you realized it before, but even more so in his armor, he's like small. Like he's small.
Why is everyone staring at me?
So cute. That's all. It's so
Puck just like
little.
starts to turn red.
You are quite a little darling, aren't you?
Oh, I think I liked it better when you were hitting me.
Get some muscles on those bones yet.
He already has quite a bit of muscle, as it seems. Enough to break my clavicle, at least.
It's a start, for sure.
I think we went over the basics, but if it does give you trouble, I can always heal you up before the end of the night.
I'll be fine, Puck. Thank you.
Well, before too long, Harold tosses the first of Ordese's journals into the fireplace and watches it burn before it goes upstairs and washes his hands. Talon follows suit, the last to do so, making sure there's no pee-pee hands. Washes up right up to the elbow, just like Mama taught her. before everyone comes back downstairs around the kitchen table. Talna has already swept all the letters up into a pile and has kind of tidied up a little bit at the kitchen table and has placed the pot of stew down. And she just looks at you.
Sorry, where are your bowls?
Oh, they should be in that cupboard.
Wonderful.
And, she walks over, she grabs the bowls, grabs the spoons, tosses a ladle in the big pot that's just kind of sitting there.
All right, well. Eat?
Smells incredible.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Talna. I can't remember the last time I had a freshly made stew.
Tolna, you are fully filled in on what we're planning to do, right?
I believe that Gazdon said that he wanted to start a trade route between the Broken Keep and Smelem Cheshire. Smelem Shash.
No, you were right the first time.
Oh, Smelem Cheshire. Okay. He did tell me that that's what the plan would be, and he gave me this 250 gold pieces in a sack to give to the mayor or whoever, the chief of Smelem Cheshire.
Going to be the sheriff.
Oh, the sheriff. That's good. I'll plan to give this as a gift of showing of good faith, and then hopefully figure out some trade. We do have many weapons and skins, and we're hoping that they have some of the softer amenities. Soaps,
Sure,
predominantly.
they'll be eager.
They
So
might
it's-
even be interested in hiring some of your folk as guards because of the bandit trouble they've had.
Oh, gods, I hope not. Sorry, they're just brutish. A lot of them.
Maybe to train them instead. Be their own
Perhaps.
gods. See?
Regardless, I'm glad you're well filled in.
Yes.
Talon,
Yeah.
do you think there's anything that could point us to your mother here?
I took a quick look around when I got back from hunting and realized that she was gone, and didn't see anything. But tracking people is not usually my specialty. So you're welcome to look around, open whatever drawers you like if you think it might help you find something. I haven't been able to.
Do a full search before we leave, at least.
Yeah.
New set of eyes might help.
Absolutely. I'm far too familiar with the organized chaos that is our home. Everything just kind of blends into the background at this point.
About your father, I noticed in the portrait above the fireplace that he is hooded in a portrait.
See, my mom, she told me that she really wanted a family picture, but unfortunately, well, now you all know, but I am supposed to be a secret. So he visits in secret. No one knows about me. He is, as far as I know.
When was the last time he visited?
Been a while, a couple years. Really busy, and it's hard to get away. He's an elder, so.
Do you know what he is in charge of, or what his station is?
Yeah.
Well,
I just know he's important.
Perhaps
but
we should find out. And I'll pull out the book. You know what he looks
Second,
like
please.
Forgot about the book.
and his name, correct?
I don't know his name. He's dad. I know what he looks like, so if there's pictures.
Is there pictures?
So yeah, as you look through this book, you do see that there are a large amount of portraiture, especially for the older of the noble families, especially the matriarch or the patriarch of the lineage is definitely done as a portrait in these books. If you guys would like to take the time to look through them and see if you can find Talon's father, you can definitely do that. Puck, what were you saying?
I asked for seconds because
Ah.
I've been digging in this whole time.
Yes, I'll enjoy my stew and
Yes.
flip through this book with Talon, seeing if we can find a familiar face.
All right. You guys flip through as you eat, looking at every picture, and by the time you get to the back of the book, none of them seems even remotely similar. One thing you do notice is that every single portrait done in this book is either of a human or a dwarf.
I think they count the elves as nobles. Guess.
But you are of royal lineage, correct? That's what Sriva said?
Oh, my dad's a high elf. So I'm not totally sure what that means. But apparently, it's important.
It would mean that he's from the island, not up north.
From Groma.
presumably.
Yeah. It's not too far actually. That's why I think the house was built where it is. It was
Shall we
kind of
pull out the map?
inaccessible to outsiders.
Pull out the map!
So yes, all of you,
Southwest.
it will be knowledge. Yeah, it'll be knowledge to all of you that the Sylvan Elves take up residence in the forests to the west of where you are currently stationed, and the High Elves, or sometimes referred to as the Eladrin, are from the island to the direct south.
There.
This one.
I see. So, that is likely where he is currently.
The
I would assume so. Yes.
boat that took Talon's mom, it was going south?
It was.
It was.
You think
But it
that my
wasn't-
mom is there?
Well, it didn't take her mother. It was the two boys who we suspected that were in her company fled that way.
She may
I
have
thought
already
that
been
they had-
on the boat.
I don't think they had her.
Did.
She was already
Didn't they?
gone. I don't remember.
Sure, she must have left.
I thought we
asked...
Just chased the two lads.
They had already chained her up on the boat, or I mean, if she was kidnapped, or maybe she was waiting.
I thought Victor, your associate on the ship, saw them take her onto the boat and sail.
Didn't she say?
I have a hard time remembering the words of Sybil.
Yes. What you guys know is that Sybil saw these two gentlemen board a ship and head south. That was roughly 8 hours after Victor, you had seen her being walked through town. And you did see her being walked through town in the direction of the docks.
But the boat wasn't big enough to be seaworthy, I don't think.
That's enough to get very far, or / they could have rendezvoused with a larger ship downriver.
Well, there's no other towns along the river. Smolensk is the first stop, isn't it?
But there could have been a boat.
Out
further
in
down.
the more in the open sea, heading towards island.
Well,
thing?
I guess my only thought would be, what if they were taking her to blackmail or negotiate with your father, perhaps, if they knew the connection?
Yes,
I
I
don't
fear
know.
that perhaps she's going to be revealed, or pressed for information.
No.
about
I just don't
you.
know why else they would come after you.
Mm. We have to. If they're taking her for blackmail, then we have to go.
Yes, I think.
It's already been days. Oh my goodness. Got distracted, and my mum.
Your mother, from what you've told me, is a very capable person.
Yes, but I was the one who was protecting the house for like the past 15 years.
We'll just
It's
have to
my
watch her back.
job to protect her.
I'm sorry, I know it may not be my place, but if you are so worried for your mother, perhaps we should travel through the night?
Let me go bath and wash up. I'm upset. We'll figure it out. Still have to go to the Snolemshire.
Well, we
I
head
wouldn't
there.
ask you to come on the journey.
We broker what we need to. We catch ship to the island, and we follow the trail.
All right. Sorry, I need a minute. I'm gonna go wash up. Thank you for the stew.
Of course,
Really,
of course.
really good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Be right back, everyone. And Talon's gonna go have a bath.
Yeah, have a real bath.
Have a real bath. Be alone for a bit.
You get the water to a nice temperature. You climb in, and it is, God, is it relaxing? Oh man, is it ever relaxing as you sit.
We have the best bathtub.
Yeah, you sink into the tub, and as you look, you can actually see out a window. Like, your bathtub is positioned so that if you sit into it, you can see right out the window. And the sun is getting ever closer to setting. It's probably maybe 15 minutes off as you sit there and relax, and you might even fall asleep for a couple seconds here or there. It's hard to tell. You've been through hell like this past week. It's been crazy, and so to just sit at home in a tub and be warm is nice.
When I get out, Alan's gonna put on like whatever she wears as like pajamas. But I don't know if it's like a dressing gown or what. She's going to completely just walk back out in front of everyone in just her like nightie, basically, because she's never had guests.
Yeah, you get comfy. You get into whatever you consider your comfy clothes, and you stroll on out. You know, hair wet, tied up. I don't know whether you do a braid or how you do your hair when it's wet.
I'll French braid it down the middle, down my back.
Do a nice French braid, and the rest of you, as you kind of sit there finishing up your stew, chatting amongst each other, and with Talna, you see Talon pop out, still like hair wet, tie like long braid right down to her mid back, in night clothes.
Victor catches himself staring for like a second too long, and then just looks down at his stew.
Same.
Oh god, this is good stew.
I'm focusing on the second book as I've been copying notes throughout dinner.
I'm gonna just like wordlessly go over to like the sitting area, and I'm gonna pull out my one of my books that I picked up.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of curl up in a chair next to the fire and just start browsing it. Not really reading. Talon doesn't really sit down and read, but just like perusing.
Yeah, okay, so as you curl up next to the fire, Talna starts taking stuff over to clean out the dishes and whatever you guys hadn't eaten, she's going to pack up for later. And as all this is happening, Harold and Victor are both like staring at their soup. Like Harold is halfway between staring at his soup and his other book, and he's just like, and Victor's the same, just like, and Puck,
I'm going to go help Talna with the dishes.
You get up and go help Talna with the dishes. Puck, as you sit there, you kind of
shape water. It's very easy.
Oh god! Oh my god, you nerd! Yeah, so Victor gets up and starts washing dishes with brain magic, with his magic, his barbarian genie blood magic. It's great. Puck, as you kind of sit there and enjoy this scene, you see the sun just cusp through the window that catches the sunrise to rise in the east, sets in the west. That just catches the sunrise or the sunset to the west. And as you see it as you see it break over the horizon, everyone stops moving for a second. Talon is midway through flipping one of her pages. Harold is literally like halfway through a letter of his new book. Victor is looking at Talna, and he's got like some of the soup swirled up in a ball, and he's like got it floating over his finger. Even the soup stays floating in midair. And you hear a knock at the door.
Never a dull moment. Puck will stand up and go and answer the door.
Okay. As you open the door, you see a woman. She has a green cloak that is up over the front of her eyes. She looks kind of familiar, like you've seen her around before somewhere. She carries a longbow on her back and short blades at the sides. She actually looks a lot like Talon, if Talon were less elf. And as she pulls the hood back, you see like a platinum blonde hair that is tied to a braid over to the one side. And she gives you a soft smile and she goes, hello, you're Pericles, correct?
Hi. Yes. I'm sorry. You look so familiar.
Yes, my name's Artemis. I think you've probably heard of me. And she offers a hand for you to shake.
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive my manners.
No,
hello.
that's okay. I know that my brother came and talked with you a little while ago, right? Earlier today?
Yeah, I guess I thought with everything the way that it was, I was almost expecting him.
No. The sun set. It's my time now. I just wanted to say that, trust me, my brother is he's good. He was good. He's just going through a lot of changes right now. And so please just bear with him. That's all I ask of you. He used to speak so highly of you. I remember when he came and told me the first day you ever cried out to him, please help me. He said he felt like he had a reason. My brother never got a lot of attention from mortals, and so it meant a lot to him. And it does mean a lot to him. He's just going through a lot right now. With Ra and Odin out of the picture, Apollo and Ares, they're struggling. But all will be fine. Okay?
Puck is kind of on the back foot a little bit, and he's going to insight check.
Go ahead.
What she's saying. 11.
To the best of your knowledge, you know that she believes what she's saying. Whether or not she's right, who knows? But she truly does believe what she has to say. And, Pericles,
Yes?
if you ever need to talk, and my brother's being a dick, you can call on me. I also happen to like you quite a lot. And that friend of yours, she is wonderful.
I don't know what to say. I don't feel like I should bother two gods. Thank you for coming out.
Puck. May I call you Puck?
Sure.
Just remember that you are mortals. You mortals are as important to us as we are to you, if not more so. Be well. Stay strong. And with that, you can hear Victor's laughter start up again. You hear the scritches and scratches of Harold's notebook. You hear the fire crackle to life. And she's gone. And you're just standing there at the open door looking out as the moon slowly rises over the forest.
So just so I'm just to make sure I didn't have a stroke there. That was Artemis?
Yes, that's the name she gave you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, okay.
Fuck, you're letting the draft in. Close the door.
Oh, sorry. Puck will kind of like just peek out for a second and then shut the door.
gonna stay here tonight. We're gonna sleep here. It'll be no good if we're tired.
I'm going to finish with the dishes and I'll go over to Talon. What are you reading?
Oh, the plant book from Odysseus' library. Got all kinds of stuff about, I use it for, like, healing, like, actually, like, making stuff with it, but also magical stuff about plants, which is really cool. So, picked it up since I spend so much time outside as it is.
Oh, Talon, I was talking to Victor earlier about medical things. Would you like me to spend a bit of time with you this evening, going over some things?
Maybe not tonight. I kind of got a lot on my mind, but soon, yes. Maybe there's something fun that we could both learn in here.
Yes, I'd love to learn more about medicinal herbs.
Too.
All right.
So,
Puck.
my bedroom's in the attic, but every other bedroom is free.
Puck is
Wherever you want.
going to walk over to Talon and just kind of like place his hand on her shoulder. We'll find her.
We have to.
We will.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a bath if
Alright.
no one else has any objections. And
All
Puck will
right.
go.
Go for it.
Well, Puck, you eventually make your way, you heat the bath water, you get comfortable, and you kind of have to process what has happened today. You've had a very big day. Bigger than pretty much any day you've ever had in your life. Harold, you finished with the second of Odysseus' journals, while Puck has his bath, and eventually Victor does as well. The third journal will have to wait for later. Go ahead, Puck.
As Puck kind of like peels off his clothes and he's getting into the bath, he kind of like sits up a little bit and he traces a hand over the front of his chest where there are 6 puncture scars. And he just kind of like stares at them for a moment, kind of like running his finger over a few and pondering to himself.
All right. You enjoy the bath. Harold, yeah, you finished with the second of Odysseus' journals.
Go toss it in the fire. Are we safe here? Should we do a watch?
We don't have to. Never had any trouble. No one knows it's here.
Okay. I mean, it's the end of the night. Victor, do you want me to check one of those potions for you?
Sure. Take your pick.
Eeny, meeny, miny, D6. Which one potion
There-
shall I pick?
There are
5.
4. There are 4 red potions. There's 1 orange potion, and there's 1 of like a silvery white color.
Sounds like orange potion.
Sounds like orange potion.
Yep.
All right. You check the orange potion again. The whites of the eyes. You know, the flash of light, and you are able to tell that this is a potion of hill giant strength, straight up, right out of the book.
Yeah. So this potion is called a potion of hill giant strength. Basically, for a short period of time, you become super duper strong.
Buff baby.
Very interesting. I'm going to hang on to that one if you don't mind.
By all
Good.
means, they are your potions.
Should we give it to Puck?
I have some ideas for it, let's just say.
Right.
Perhaps. I'm not going to say part 2 of training, but maybe part 6. Incorporate the hill giant potion. We'll see what we do.
Well, as you all take time to settle down, get comfortable, get into some evening wear. Whether you have to borrow some from Talon's mom or not, I'll let you decide. I'll let chat decide. But eventually you do. Talon, you head to your bedroom in the attic. Everyone else finds a place to sleep. Talna opts to sleep on the floor near the fireplace and keep it stoked all night. But that is where we are going to bring this session to a close.